What's up, sports fans? It's your man B back, Speaking Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out. Man, the IBF, sanctioning body. Further delays, Spence versus Crawford. It's a chance, guys. And I mean, y'all know I don't know why my live is jumping right now. But anyway, man, it's a good chance we don't even get this fight. It's a good chance we don't even get this fight ever. I mean, now they're talking Kujatilo Abdukakarov, and the winner of that fight, they're gonna mandate Errol Spence to fight the winner of that fight. Kujatilo Abdukakarov and Sergey Lipinets will be fighting for the IBF interim title now, and Spence will have 90 days, guys, after this fight with Danny Garcia to fight the winner of one of those guys. Now, granted, Spence makes it past Danny Garcia, and we'll have a lot of questions answered in that fight. And he beats Danny Garcia. Then I have him beating Kujatilo Abdukakarov or Sergey Lipinets. You know, most of us, so a lot of people will have to favor Kujatilo Abdukakarov in that fight. So, you know, we'll see. But one thing about the IBF, and we all know this, they will. I don't know what happened to my mic, but anyway, the IBF will enforce their mandatories. They will enforce their mandatories. So if they mandate Spence to fight Kujatilo Abdukakarov or Sergey Lipinets, they'll strip him if he doesn't fight. And, you know, the whole thing is just 4-belt undisputed, somebody clearing out the 147-pound division. But at this point, man, 147 is just a mess. It's just a mess. You know, Errol Spence with the damn car accident, and Terence Crawford, we don't know who he's going to fight, looking like Kell Brook. But I heard that the Kell Brook fight with Terence Crawford may fall through, and this dude might be fighting Josecito Lopez. Right? And then we didn't even know what's going to happen with Manny Pacquiao. Is he fighting Conor McGregor? Is he fighting freaking Mikey Garcia? And, you know, I was one to back Manny Pacquiao up, basically saying that, you know, Manny can do what he want to do, but I still say Manny can do what he want to do. But if you're talking about fighting Conor McGregor, bro, vacate that belt. Because then you would be holding up the 147-pound division. But with this new mandate put out by the IBF for Spence to fight the winner of Abdukakarov or Lipinets, that just further pushes back the fight that we all want, because nobody wants Abdukakarov or Lipinets. No one wants that fight. Link in the chat, guys. I just dropped it again. I don't know, man. It's just like I'm always the one that's last to say, yeah, well, we're not going to get this fight, but it's just kind of it's kind of Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather reincarnated, man. Like these guys waiting and waiting around and fighting this guy and fighting that guy. We want to see y'all two guys fight. Crawford Spence. I'm to the point where I don't even give a damn about 4-belt undisputed, not at 147. I want to see y'all two fight. Get in the damn ring, Crawford and Spence. And at this point, I'm a Spence fan, right? Everybody knows this. But at this point, they don't need to point the finger at Crawford. All you idiots over there at the PBC, y'all PBC fans and Spence fans, well, it's no need to point the finger at Terence Crawford on this fight not happening. That finger needs to be pointed at Errol Spence. Errol the Truth Spence. That's what the finger needs to be pointed at. Toby Barlett in the building was good. He is the true Canelo has missed the court deadline. If so, does this mean they could have gotten agreement? I'm not sure. It is true that that court case is null and void. So I'm not sure what I'm not sure what the backlash is behind that. To tell you the truth, Toby Barlett, I haven't read into it too much, but that case is pretty much a wash. Maybe they have come to some type of agreement, but boxing is in shambles right now, bro. We're talking about Spence Danny, then probably the winner of Kujachilo Abdukakharov and Sergey Lipinets. We're talking about Canelo Alvarez versus Yildirim, his freaking sparring partner. We're talking about Terence Crawford fighting Kell Brook, and if not, potentially Josecito Lopez. It's all over the place, and none of it's pleasing. None of what I'm hearing right now is pleasing at all, fam. Like, it just makes no sense. Shots in the building was good with you. What's the IBF? They just mandated Errol Spence face the winner of Abdukakharov and Sergey Lipinets shots, which is absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. It's just another hurdle getting in the way, which I don't know much of how much it was a hurdle of getting into this fight, because there were rumors of Errol Spence giving Sean Porter a rematch anyway. I'm not too sure. IBF, we could point the finger at the IBF for so much. Jay Cooley, what's good with you, fam?
What's up, family?
Same old, dog. You hear about this IBF nonsense?
Man, yeah, I heard about it, man.
It don't make no sense, bro. Like, the IBF stepping in at the wrong time, bro.
Wrong. I feel you.
They stepping in at the wrong time. And the problem with the IBF, not like the WBA, WBO, WBC belts, they'll strip your ass.
Yep.
Like, they will strip your ass.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll strip you for that. Hell yeah.
They'll strip you. And so it's like, we had enough obstacles in this fight already. We already had enough hurdles. Bob Arum and Al Heyman doing their thing to marinate this fight. I don't care what anybody say. I'm not blaming Crawford. I'm not blaming Spence at this point. Those two guys were trying to build up this money, Arum and Heyman, right? Like, even Spence and Crawford themselves alluded to that. Like, they want to fight each other. It's no secret, right? So the promoters was marinating the fight, and I've been said that. But now you got the IBF sticking their nose in this. Like, come on with this, bro. It's just turning into May-Pac all over again. Yep. That's exactly what's happening. It's turning into May-Pac all over again.
We ain't gonna see it, man. We can stop wishing for it. We ain't gonna see it.
Nah, our kids be graduating and everything. Hopefully these fools be close to 30, just like 40, just like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather was when they finally got in the ring. You feel me?
Yeah. It ain't gonna happen, man. I just gave up hope on it now, man.
I'm to the point, Jay Cooley, where I'm ready to give up hope on it too. I mean, I'm always the last one out. Like, nah, we'll get the fight. Nah, we'll get the fight. But boxing is in shambles right now. We don't know if we get Wilder Fury, Canelo fighting freaking Yildirim. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on, bro? What the hell is going on? And then all of these idiots want to sit up here and cry about Jamal and Jamel Charlo. Well, they were part of the best card this year, and they had good performances. Y'all need to keep talking about them. We need to talk about all this other foolishness going on. You got Don Real Casimero running around talking about Monster Nui this, Monster Nui that. Oh, you're not getting that fight. You're not even getting that fight right now. And then I was just looking at Julius's video on this, right? And it comes out that Gibbons, his manager, is the one they pulled out of the fight. They pulled out of the fight. And I need to talk to my dude about that too, because he was saying that, Monster ducked the fight. Now the information come out that Gibbons and Jarrell Casimero pulled out of the fight because they said the finances on the fight wouldn't be there without the Japanese fans, basically Monster fans. Which basically y'all saying y'all needed more money for a fight that you probably gonna lose. So what you trying to cash out to? Because he's 31 years old. Like boxing is in all kind of shambles right now. I don't even know, bro. But this IBF thing, man, this is terrible news for me, bro. Ralph says I wouldn't compare Spence Bud to May-Pac. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, Floyd Pac was a new level of hype, and the fighters themselves are way more accomplished. Listen, man, the fighters in those eras, were way more accomplished, right? So I don't even really want to get into that. But the desire for what the fans want today, we're not looking at that. The desire for what the fans want today, they want Crawford versus Spence. So the magnitude of that fight and what the fans want today, that's where I'm going with it, bro. PVC involved.
Hey, but don't undisputed Trump's mandatory?
Yeah, not with the IBF.
Oh, not with the IBF?
Nothing Trump's their mandatory.
Oh, well, shit. Well, damn. Well, fuck it. Yeah.
It's crazy. Punch Drunk, what's good with you, fam? Oh, damn. My bad, Punch. What's up, Punch?
What's good, D? Everybody on the panel, what's good?
What up, Punch?
So,
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was reading that boxing scene article. I see you just did a video on this as well. This whole IBF situation with Abdukakharov and Kujachino Abdukakharov and Sergey Lipinets.
You know what? I said this in a video last summer around July. I said we're not going to see this Spence versus Bud because Abdul Kokorov been the mandatory since 2019 March. He knocked out Albora. So then after that, the unification, yes, it did already trump a mandatory because Spence fought Porter. So then Abdul Kokorov fought, I believe, Luis Collazo. He threatened his mandatory position, but he actually beat Luis Collazo.
Well, see, when he fought Porter, it didn't trump a mandatory because he already satisfied the IBF mandatory when he fought Alcampo out of Mexico because they made him IBF mandatory. So Spence had time after that. When Spence got into the accident, the IBF don't give a damn.
Now, what actually said what
Spence screwed himself by getting into an accident, not being able to compete for those 10 months or whatever. But he already satisfied that mandatory concerning the Porter fight when he got in there with Alcampo.
Yeah, he satisfied that. Yeah, it's true. I think, but I also think that Errol Spence needs to take responsibility because they gave him a voluntary bout, and he chose to fight Mikey Garcia after that.
Yeah,
so
look,
this whole mandatory situation could have been handled. It should have never been pushed this far. So now the winner of this, the WBC and the IBF made a deal. If he fights the WBC mandatory, then IBF, he will have to fight the IBF within 90 days after his bout with Danny Garcia. So I mean, for the people that think that the IBF just stepped in. Look, this mandatory been sitting as long as Dillian White been sitting. The only thing is nobody been talking about Abdul Kokorov.
Okay, I feel you on that, Punch, and I agree with you. Okay, so Spence got a WBC mandatory and an IBF mandatory, and Porter is number one for the WBO, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they have an immediate mandatory. He could be number one, but until the WBO gives that immediate mandatory, then.
Okay, so just in case if they make Sean the mandatory for the WBO, let Spence go have to fight his IBF and let them go mandatory. And either way, we still gonna get to see Bud and Spence hopefully next year. But if they don't, if Spence fight Porter after he fight this IBF, I'm done with Spence. I'm done with Bud. I'm done with the whole 147.
Bro, I'm done with 147 at this point right now, fam. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you because listen, even before this mandate came down with the IBF, man, the PBC and them just came out talking about some fucking Porter rematch and chasing down Manny Pacquiao. While Manny Pacquiao talking about damn Conor McGregor. Yeah, it's like they didn't even have Terence Crawford in sight, Jay Cooley.
Yeah, I agree. I think and hey, Manny Pacquiao has done a lot, but if he's gonna go fight Conor McGregor, I think he should vacate his title.
You're right.
Bro, I just said that just before you jumped on. I just said that. I'm like, bro, listen, or maybe it's in the description or whatever the hell. But that's my thing. Like, Manny Pacquiao said this. He can do what he wants. Like, I don't give Manny Pacquiao no heat. But, dude, you can do what you want in boxing. When you start talking that crossover stuff, nah, let that belt loose, bro. Let that belt loose. So then we can move this thing on. Because now Manny Pacquiao and your fans, man, to hell with Manny Pacquiao and his fans, bro. This is it. Like, I'm done with this whole 147 situation, bro. And then you talking about the PBC, Heyman and them talking about Spence giving Porter a rematch. Why are we even talking about Spence in a Porter rematch? And this fool could get a belt against a damn Terence Crawford, and he talking about fighting a fucking Brook, and if not, Brook Josecito Lopez. What the hell is going on in the 147-pound division, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why I lost faith in that Bud and Crawford. I ain't even thinking about it. The only reason why I bring it up is because so many people still talking about it. So it's like relevant content. But for me, I'm not even looking for that fight. It's done. It's over marinated.
It's done. I'm with you on that punch. It's done.
Yo, and Trav FDY, shout out to Trav FDY. I'm not arguing with that, Trav FDY. And I'm about to piss a lot of my fellow Spence fans off with this comment I'm getting ready to make now. I blame all of it on Spence.
You can't do that, D.
Look,
you can't blame everything on Spence now,
I'm
D.
getting ready to break it down, Cooley, because you ain't going to be the only one mad at me for this. I blame it all on Errol Spence. Now I'm going to tell you why I blame it all on Errol Spence. Because I agree with Trav FDY. This is what I was just explaining the punch wrong. He's satisfied the IBF mandatory because it was the IBF that made Carlos Ocampo mandatory. This is the problem with the IBF. Before I get on this point, this is the problem with the IBF. They will strip your mandatory, so they will enforce mandatory. Okay, applaud for that. But look at the guys they be setting as mandatory. These worthless fighters, bro. If you're gonna set somebody as a mandatory, why don't you set Manny Pacquiao? Not Manny Pacquiao, but you know what I mean? A fighter at that caliber. What are we talking about? Some damn Carlos Ocampo, a domestic level freaking Mexican fighter. He should have never been a mandatory for Spence back then. So, IBF, that's their problem. But with what Trav is saying right here, I'm with Trav 100% because you had since 2018, you satisfied that man. That's a 2-year window, 4-fight span, basically. You had since then to get what you had to get done, and then you would have to worry about that mandatory coming back around. So here's Jay Cooley where I'm putting it all on Spence. Nobody told your dumb ass to go drinking and flip a damn car, fam. We say it's an accident or whatever. He flipped the damn car. So he lost 10 months' time, fam. And that's all on Spence. That don't got nothing to do with Bob. Don't got nothing to do with Al Heyman. Don't got nothing to do with Terence Crawford. He went out there and nearly killed himself. But we can't blame nobody but Spence. No one.
I don't know, man.
How you don't know what did Bob make him go crash the car? Did Crawford make him go crash the car? Did Al make him go crash the car?
I ain't got nothing to say about the drinking and driving because that's that man's life. But I'm looking like this. Okay, so say if he didn't crash this car, he would have already fought Danny Garcia in January. Right. Boom, the pandemic hit. Fighting wasn't nobody fighting till now. So you just really can't blame it on Spence.
But okay, so boom, the pandemic hits, right? You said boom, the pandemic hit. Nobody's fighting. Bro, they just threw on a freaking pay-per-view, J.
All right, okay, say, all right, he fought, okay, now, who he would be fighting right now? If he
Yeah,
would have
but we
fought Danny
know.
Garcia in January, and now he finna fight again, who he be fighting? Is IBF mandatory, right?
No.
Oh, he
Because the
wouldn't?
IBF mandatory was a 2-year deal.
Okay.
So he could have satisfied some of these fights prior to this, is what I'm saying. He could have been already through all of
where
this
you're coming from
nonsense
now.
that they putting in front of him, rematch with Porter and all. That could have been done already. You see what I mean? But he wasted 10 months.
I feel you.
So, like, I'm just, look, I'm a Spence fan, including, you know, I think people call me half a Spence fan, fake Spence fan. I've been called all kind of stuff. I still gonna call it even, bro. I'm not gonna point the finger at everybody else. And this dude is the one that got in his car and nearly killed himself. That means he wasted. Look, he didn't just waste 10 months, because look at the situation now. Derek James coming out saying he hadn't even sparred yet, which I don't really believe that. I believe they've been doing like spar, but I think that's a part of the warfare shit, mental warfare. But even still, Derek James saying to come out, not even sparred yet. So you got 10 months down, haven't even sparred yet. So you basically took a year off your career. That's 2 full fights at least. He took that off by flipping the car. We can't blame nobody but that. He gotta eat that, man. He gotta eat that. Because I mean, look, any other sport, football players like Chris Johnson, all the promise in the world, then he get caught with weed again. Was they blaming the Cardinals for that? Or was they blaming Chris Johnson for that? They were blaming Chris Johnson for that because he was smoking the weed. That's what I'm saying. So I'm putting all the heat on Spence, man. I'm putting all the heat on Spence at this point.
And
I'm not
also,
gonna blame the IBF for holding them mandatories up. Go ahead, Punch.
and I honestly gave Errol Spence like 2 more fights in 147. Is he still gonna be making that comfortably 3 more fights down the line?
Punch, you got a good question. I'm a Spence fan. And I'm going to ride with him, wrong or right. But you're right. How long can he make 147?
I don't know, man. To tell you the truth, I feel like Spence should have been out of 147. He should have been handling the business he had to handle. But you know, we can't blame all that on Spence either.
Hey,
I'm
finna go, D, because I got a date, but I'm going to leave this. I know we ain't going to see the fight, but we ain't leaving 147 till we smash Bud Crawford.
I'm with that. I hope you do.
I'm out, y'all. Y'all stay up.
All right, fam.
Man, right now, man, they on the luggage in the Titanic. They in the luggage right now. They about to drown. That's it. That's how I see this fight. The Titanic, the boat have sunk, and now they in the fucking luggage.
It makes no sense, man. Let me get some shout outs right quick. Toby Barlett in the building, was good. Shots in the building. Ralph Unreal, my man Trav FDY. Appreciate you. Let me slide down here. Coco Tyler, MXBC in the building. Hey guys, I'm getting ready to start trying to cut back to on the sailor talk, man. I be cussing too much. I was watching one of my lives last night. I was like, hey, man, you a foul mouth. I was trying to throw this back some.
Nah, I felt the same way too. I'm like, yeah, I started good, and now the YouTube thing is getting too toxic, man.
Yeah, it just went sailor. I was like, God, dude, you got a foul mouth on you. So Virtuoso, what's good? 10 Smoke, Usman 123 in the building. This is why we need to get rid of belts. I feel you, bro. These belts, one belt. That's all we need. Brethren, Iron Call in the building. He say, boxing in America can't get its own. Tell me about it, brethren. Tell me about it. Yeah, Mr. Two Hands Up. Keeping hope alive is the last thing. I'm doing this situation. I'm going to be swinging in the rocking chair and the grandchild of button. By the time Spence call him out, bro. In the rocking chair, the kids gonna have kids by then, ain't it, 2 hands? It's crazy, fam. I'm telling you. But Casamel, but oh yeah, we can ready to talk about that, especially since I got my man Punch on here. Cause yeah. Queen Lisa in the building. What's up, Queen Lisa? Pool check. Quantum Rob in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Quantum Rob. He's cranking up Rob got his own style. He getting his stuff going, man. Y'all check out Quantum Rob. Check out Rob on his channel, man. And if you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button. God bless, Rob. Appreciate you coming through. Dragon Leg. What's good with your Dragon Leg? My bro Flame on 24 in the building. What's good with your Flame on? So yeah, man, Carlos Mendoza. He said, as a Pacquiao fan, this McGregor fight is a joke. I don't want to hear Pacquiao fans talking about Mayweather cherry picking McGregor. No more facts, Carlos. Facts. You know, he's trying to repeat. He's trying to get that money. Repeat what Floyd did. Augusta Rose was good. And then look, I don't know if Conor McGregor's boxing license ran out or not, but he'll probably go get another license and tell me they won't put that on Pacquiao's record as a win. The same way it'll be on Floyd's record as a win. You know what I mean? Jeff in the building. What's good with you, Jeff? Chain with ice. Salute to you, fam. Yeah, so punch. Punch drunk. Punch drunk. You know I'm gonna go. You know I'm gonna get at you a little bit, right?
Yes,
Just
sir.
a little, it's just a little boxing discussion, my brother. Just a little boxing discussion. And Tangible, yeah.
Come and
What's
talk
up
to me.
All right, so what I want to talk about, and we getting back to the Spence situation, but I'm tired of all these crossover BS. Makes boxing look like a joke. Yeah, man, boxing look like a joke already, to tell you the truth, Jeff, with all of these champions bouncing around, everybody talking down to the Charlo. Jamal Charlo called out Rosario, went and got 3 belts. Jamal Charlo just called out Triple G for a unification. Shut up about the Charlos right now. I don't want to hear about the Charlos because we got my man Canelo fighting Yildirim. Okay? Monster Noise fighting, I can't even remember the guy's name.
Right? Jason Maloney. Jason
Maloney. He's fighting freaking Maloney. Like Tyson Fury and freaking Wilder don't even know if this fight is gonna happen. I'm not trying to hear nothing about the Charlos right now. Everybody need to leave the Charlos alone. We need to talk about these other situations. BJS don't know what the hell he want to do with himself. What the hell is Andre doing? What the hell is Andre doing? At least Charlo just fought Guerrero and Chinko. Like, man, this stuff is madness. But Punch Drunk, my man. Now, I came to you on your channel when you put up the video about Don Real Casimero, and you see how I got attacked by the Filipino fans.
Don't mess with that loyal fan base, bro.
But you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about a Filipino fighter. Man, they came at me with the guns drawn like the CIA, bro. Get out. I was like,
yo, they ready, bro.
What's going on? Hold up, bro. They went right at me, jumped, didn't they? I said, okay. Yeah. But to be honest, though, Gibbons came out, and it won't Monster that done that fight.
Say it again on that one, my phone.
According to Gibbons, his manager, it wasn't Monster that done that fight. John Real Casimero,
Sean Gibbons
pulled out of that fight because of financial purposes. Which what Bob was saying is the fight did not happen. Now, see, Bob didn't call him a duck and do all of that stuff Casimero did. Bob didn't do that. He just said the fight didn't materialize because of financial purposes. Well, Gibbons just basically came out and stuck his foot in his mouth. He said that they had to pull away from that because they wanted the Japanese high rollers involved in that fight.
Yeah.
Which means this ain't Casimero can say you a fake monster and all of that. But dude, you're the one who you and your team decided to hold off on that fight. You can't call him no fake monster no more. You can't do that one.
Yeah, but I do think that Bob Arum will protect Uwe's side more than Casimero. Because that's Uwe's fighter. You already know that Casimero's a Manny Pacquiao Promotions. So I don't know. I try to contact Sean Gibbons, and then we DM each other. And he was at first. He's like, "You go ask Bob Arum. He's the one with the problem." And that's all. So then I try to type to him again, and he didn't reply. Then he replied recently, and he did say it was about the money issue. But the thing that where they was upset was that they was pulling the chain on Casimero's chain for the whole year. He actually did 2 training camps for Inoue. 2 training camps. He could have gone back home. He stood here for 8 months thinking that he's gonna get the Inoue fight. That's why he never left the country. And the first part was that Inoue was not gonna be able to come in the country. Then when Inoue got the go that he's gonna come to the country, that's when they really started again the training camp. But then they started talking about this Jason Maloney and stuff like that. And then the money issue was not where it was supposed to be. So I think it's miscommunication. Of course, this is prize fighting, so money always gonna come into play. But I want to see Inoue. I want to hear what Inoue side has to say, because Bob Aaron's the one that's speaking for Inoue. But Inoue said he wants to fight with Casimero, but Jason Maloney. And look, the Jason Maloney is not a bad fight though. Jason Maloney is not no easy opponent, to be honest.
He's not a bad fight, but in my opinion, he's 70-30 with either of those guys.
Yeah,
I got Casimero or freaking I got Casimero or Monster Noy putting Jason Maloney away. I think Obali beats Jason Maloney. Donaire beats Jason Maloney. But he's not a threat, is my thing. You got some kind of feedback.
Is Jason Maloney undefeated or he lost already?
I don't even know his record, bro. I can pull it up right quick. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what his record is. I've seen I did some film study on he had one fight. He won the fight. He did win the fight, but I tell you what, man, this whole mess with boxing right now, bro. It's bad enough we got the pandemic, but all of these fights, man, that we should have, they just keep fizzling away. I'm to the point where I would just rather them shut up. Don't even mention the fight if y'all not gonna have it. This is Bob. He lost once already. I thought he did. Manuel Rodriguez back in 2018. He lost on the split decision. It's not a bad loss, but I mean, he lost to Manuel Rodriguez, which Manuel's a decent fighter. I know about Rodriguez, but bro, he doesn't have good fights under his belt.
Oh yeah, I remember that fight. I remember it was a close. People thought that he got robbed.
Right. Yeah, they felt like he got robbed, right? But he don't really have any fights behind that. Most domestic fights, Manuel Rodriguez was the only one that was an American fight. They felt like he got robbed. Leonardo Baez was an American fight. He retired him on the stool. But outside of that, man, he don't have a lot of games or opponents. He doesn't have anything to tell me he would beat Donaire, Casimero. He doesn't have anything to tell me he would beat these guys anyway. That's why I don't really put nothing into that fight. I think Monster takes him away comfortably. He's gonna stop him. He's gonna get stopped, man.
I do like his movement though. I like Jason Maloney's movement, but that's why I was tight. I was real mad about. But then I'm saying, all right, Jason Maloney, if you're gonna fight him, okay. At least you ain't fighting no type of tune-up type of fighter that is like outside of the top 10, the top 15. At least he's within the top 5, top 15, I believe, in that weight class. So I'm all right with that. For his first fight in the US, and it's not going, I'm all right with that. I'm not desperate for the Casimero. I would love to see that fight as a unification bout. I was even before the Casimero, I wanted Inoue versus Luis Neri.
Yeah.
But Inoue don't want to. His management is not going. It's not going to play games with Luis Neri. You know what I'm saying? They feel like he's very unprofessional. I think it was last year when they was talking about Luis Neri that he's very unprofessional. He disrespects the sport. That he has no respect for him.
Who said this? Gibbons?
Inoue.
Yeah, but man, forget about freaking Luis Neri. First off, let me tell you what kind of idiot Luis Neri is. He says that his goal is to have championship titles in 2 different weight classes. But this idiot is not talking about 122 and 126. He's talking about 122, then back down where he had issues at. Like, dude, what are you talking about? You had to leave 118 because you couldn't stay disciplined enough to do what you were supposed to do. Now you're talking about creating glory by going back down a weight class. And I wasn't really impressed against his fight with Alameda. I was more impressed with Alameda this weekend than I was with Luis Nery.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Right. Even though Alameda lost, I was more impressed with Alameda than I was with Luis Nery because Luis, you were supposed to stop him in 8 rounds or less. You were supposed to stop this, and you didn't. You didn't. You know,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people want to give Luis Nery breaks now because he's with Ede Reynoso, right? And I like Ede Reynoso, but he just got with Ede Reynoso. I ain't giving him no props, and he didn't look great in this fight with against domestic level Alameda fan. Alameda stepped up and showed that he's not the less domestic level no more. Even in this loss with Luis Nery, that was a close fight. So Alameda proved himself to me in that fight, and Luis Nery didn't.
I mean, I'm okay with Eddie Reynoso. I do think that he still has to prove himself more outside of the Canelo. Outside of the Canelo, I think he's getting a lot of credit. When people hear Eddie Reynoso, you just think about Canelo Alvarez, but you ain't thinking about Eddie Reynoso. I mean, I haven't seen him come with a good game plan versus a southpaw. All his fighters struggle with southpaws, so I gotta see more. I gotta see more, and it's not just based off what you do with Canelo.
Yeah, because Canelo's great. So he can't lean on Canelo. You know what I mean? He can't because we already know Canelo's great. So I'm with you on that, bro. I just can't wrap my head around this IBF situation and why I got to give my guy Spence heat because it might not even be there. Wood Stay Real TV, Wood in the building. My man Wood, stay real in the building. I got to get over there to you, Wood, and come visit too, man. I've been so busy, dog. You know, I know you used to seeing me all the time, but I got hospital visits and all types of stuff going on, dog. But I'm gonna get back over there and check y'all Wood, man. Y'all get over there and check out my man Wood Stay Real TV. That dude is probably one of the most active content uploaders that I know of on YouTube. Like that dude got me beat. Even when I'm at my best time and I'm putting out lives and videos, I think Wood still got me beat, man. Wood be doing this thing over there. So y'all go check out Wood Stay Real TV, man. But man, this just disheartening information. This Errol Spence and Spence Crawford bullshit. I was reading through coming from the hospital. When I came from the hospital, I said, okay, what I'm gonna talk about? And I was reading through, you know, and I had a couple of topics in my head, and then I came past this article, and I'm like, are you kidding me? As soon as I did that, I went on to YouTube. I'm like, let me see if somebody's talking about this. Lo and behold, Punchy was talking about it. So I listened to your video. I'm like, man, this is just disheartening, fam. It's just disheartening. It's just like, I went Wood, and I feel like this, Wood. If we do get it in 2021, that's not going to be till November, December. It does happen in 2021. We're talking late 21.
I say 2022. I ain't even gonna say 2020 because look, man, it's two fights, it's 2 training camps. Bud Crawford might fight twice. That's just way ahead. We don't know what's gonna happen in between that. We don't know if Errol Spence gonna relapse. We don't know. you know, Bud Crawford's getting older. You know, he's seasoned, but he's not seasoned in fighting elite fighters as well. You know,
you can't be talking about my boy alcoholism up here like that, Punch.
He good. Hey, put it this way: Errol Spence. People could be frustrated with Errol Spence because of the Bud Crawford fight, but his opponents and his resume, nah, you can't be frustrated with Errol Spence. I mean, he could easily he could have easily fought somebody else other than Danny Garcia, and I don't think he's an easy pick as like everybody's saying as well. You know,
this ain't no cherry pick, man. People stupid putting out that narrative about this being a cherry pick. I was laughing at my man Flame 124. He said Spence versus Crawford 2026. It might be something like that, Flame War. No lie, my man JD, Jack on the field. Hold on, I had some people just step up in the field and let me get some shout outs. I shout out my man Wood Stay Real, die hard casuals in the building. Pull check. Rosario said, don't count him out. Man, Banana ain't nobody trying to hear no Banana. Banana slipped. Who was that said Banana fit his name? I think it was the two hand. Because that first knockdown, he slipped like he slipped on the banana.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Aside from Errol Spence, do you listen to?
That's the trouble. My bad. Go ahead.
Do you listen to Mauricio Sudamon in the interview with the Boxing Source? I mean, my fault. Boxing Social.
No, I don't listen to Mauricio Sudamon. I'm not gonna lie to you. I take everything Mauricio Sudamon say as literal as I take what Barbarian says.
Matter of fact, I'm editing the video right now, bro.
Grain of salt and throw it over my shoulder with those two guys. Right? You know what I mean? Everybody trying to hear what Suleiman's. Anything Suleiman say, if he write it in stone, he'll just use some addendum in his bylaws to get over on it. Right? Because everything in their rule book is at the discretion of the WBC. Which basically means they can do what the hell they want to do. Exactly. Whenever they want to do it.
Exactly. So
every rule they got ends with the discretion of them. So what is your discretion? Have you outlined that? To hell with Mauricio Sudamon, man. That dude, I don't listen to him. I don't listen to him.
This guy says they asked him about, the franchise and how it's gonna be transferable, whatever. He said, yeah, Teofimo Lopez could win that the franchise, right? And they asked him, so he can move to 100, and I'm paraphrasing. If you can move to 140 and fight Ramirez, will that trump the mandatory that Ramirez could have from the WBC? He says yes. So if Ramirez got a WBC mandatory, if Teofimo Lopez wants to fight Ramirez, he gets that shot.
I think it's not beneficial for Teofimo Lopez to fight Jose Ramirez unless he's holding all four straps.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in the video that I just made. But I'm just saying the opportunity is gonna be lovely if we're looking at legacy because I'm going by what these dudes are saying. The content is all about what Senior have said, what Junior have said, what Mauricio Sudamon have said. They said they wanted to go to 140. They constantly saying they want Ramirez after Lomachenko, and they're gonna request for that fight. And Mauricio Sudamon says that you could request for that fight. I think the number one guy in the WBC is Regis Prograis right now. That would be a good fight too. But of course, we want that undisputed first.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something with my guy Teofimo Lopez. I don't want him leaving 135, jumping to 140, fighting Regis Prograis. Reason I say that is because if he's gonna fight a fighter jumping right to 140 at that caliber, they should have a strap. Now here's something that's interesting, Punch. The Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor fight has been shaky. So Jose Ramirez may still be holding two straps. They're loving the fight, right? He's still holding two straps when Teofimo get up there. Then I'm loving the fight. I'm loving it.
The WBO is acting like the IBF right now. They're trying to mandate Jose Ramirez, the WBO, or he's gonna get stripped.
Man, yeah, I believe it when I see it with those dudes, bro. They ain't stripping nothing. They ain't stripping nothing. Benita says, can Santa Cruz outbox Tank? Yeah, Santa Cruz could outbox Tank if he could stay on his feet. Santa Cruz getting his little ass knocked out. So yeah, I believe he could outbox Tank. But he ain't going to.
I think Tank is too strong, too young.
Too fast.
Size. Leo Santa Cruz don't got that power to keep him off him.
So let's see with a kid like Tank Davis, and he ain't no kid no more. With a fighter like Tank Davis, you have to have a deterrent, man. And the deterrent is power, some type of power. You have to have something to deter him. Tank's got a chin. Let's make no mistake about it. That fool has taken some hits, right? So you got to have something to deter him, to keep him from coming. He's faster than Leo Santa Cruz. He's more explosive than Leo Santa Cruz. He hits way harder than Leo Santa Cruz. He's way bigger than Leo Santa Cruz. And Leo Santa Cruz is not Lomachenko or Crawford or nothing like that. He's a good boxer. He's not Chocolatito. Not the Lomachenko. Francisco, he's not this type. He's a good boxer, but he's not these guys. And Tank's a good boxer. Like, one thing about it, I don't think you ever heard me sit up here and talk shit about Tank's skills. It's not his skills, it's the way they're moving him. But he's a good boxer. It's not like Leo Santa Cruz is this way better boxer than Tank Davis. Leo Santa Cruz getting his ass whooped.
Yeah,
he's cashing out.
For me, Tank is a special fighter. If he's on and his mind is right, he's focused, because that's the only thing that people critique him. I have yet seen content of Gervonta Tank Davis, people critiquing his style or his skills or his skill set. Nah.
My man Boston Nick. What up, Nick?
I think with Leo Santa Cruz, he should go after what you should go after a guy that's not, focused and, draining himself and things of that nature. You got to go to the body. I think that's the way you got to go after Tank, the body. Forget about the headshots. Just go for the body.
No, Wood, I didn't say alcoholic. I said alcoholism. Because a problem drinker is dealing with alcoholism. That's why I didn't say alcoholic, but I agree. I'm with you on that, Wood. Like, I don't like people calling my guy alcoholic either, because the facts are, if he changed, he changed. Right? People act like, okay, somebody have a problem with alcohol and they can't change that around. Man, get out of here with that.
It's true. It's true. I'm a drinker, but not an alcoholic.
You're an alcoholic. You drink that damn shine every day. If you ain't an alcoholic, then I ain't a weed head.
Nah. I know my limits.
Yeah, well, we borderline. Let's put it that way. Because I said, when you do anything every day, then you got some type of issue. So we borderline. You know what I mean? Because I ain't going a day without my greenery. I tell you that. I ain't got no problem with it. I think the real alcoholics are the ones that's in denial too. They got a problem admitting that they got an issue with it or drugs or whatever. You know what I mean? That makes you even more of an addict because you deny it. I have no problem saying that I will and I want to smoke marijuana every day. No problem with saying that.
I don't want to drink every day. I don't want to drink every day. We're going to have some interventions going on, man, in the YouTube circuit.
So I will be there with you, my brother. I'll be there like front get a hold of it.
Love, man.
It's all good. I got your back, though. With my interventions, that's what's up, man. My baby gave me money all across the board. You know what I mean? Checks in the mail. I don't need y'all to see the amount, but it's a check. Checks in the mail. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. You gotta get checks in the mail. But yeah, bro. Like I don't, man. Okay, look. Let me ask you this, then, Punch. Hold on. Let me get to the chat right quick. We might talk a little bit on this one too. I know people have something to say. Shane said, no, they've been set to fight Danny before the accident. Oh, facts. I'll talk on that real quick. That is 100% facts. Chain with Ice. He been here as part of the Speaking Mind Sports Talk family. Chain, I don't even remember. You probably remember, but I put this up months ago about this situation. On January, I think it was the 25th, Errol Spence and Danny Garcia agreed in principle to fight each other. This was before he fought Sean Porter, before Danny Garcia fought Adrian Granados. Oh. No, not Red Case, before he fought Adrian Granados. They agreed to fight each other. And that's why I'm giving Spence more heat, bro. Because look, he agreed to fight him. All right, listen, hold on right there. I have faith. Well, come up here with that nonsense. I ain't giving you no extra chances, man. I mean, what's up, Faith?
Yo, what's going on, man? It's kind of weird seeing you go live this late, man. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing too. What's going on?
I had to
go. What's good?
So, It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you think, Hefe? You heard about the IBF stepping in here, mandating Spence to fight the winner of Cugitino and Lipinets? Both of them.
Well, that was supposed to happen from like a year ago because Spence hasn't defended his IBF belt since 2018 July when he fought Ocampo. So it's been 2 years since he hasn't fought his mandatory. So it was bound to happen. I think Lipinets is gonna beat the shit out of that dude Abrakakov or whatever his name is.
Abdul Kafarov.
That's the next fight for Spence, man. Either he moves up or he's gonna fight Lipinets. Y'all could forget about that Crawford fight. That shit's not gonna happen.
That's
He's
what
gonna
we
fight
just saying,
Lipinets
man.
or move up.
Yeah, I'm about to give up with the 147-pound division because look, while we talking about this, what I was getting ready to bring up anyway. So I'm glad you said that. Mando Solo, what's good with you, fam? Sorry I'm missing y'all chats. That guy L Dog in the building, what's good with you?
Yo, let's just call out we see it, man. The 147-pound is a bougie division.
Yeah. Yeah, all of them divas. I'm not trying to hear this Crawford. That's why I denounce Crawford and these Crawford fans about Boogeyman. I don't want to hear nothing about this dude is a Boogeyman. And let me tell you something about Bob Arum. Let me tell y'all something about Bob Arum. When he came out, he gave us a list. This is why I don't listen to Mauricio Suleiman and Bob Arum. This is just why I don't listen to these guys. He gave us a list. He said they're trying to procure this Manny Pacquiao fight, right? And then he said, if not Manny Pacquiao, he said Ugas, he said Sean Porter, and he said Kel Brook. Where the fuck did Josecito Lopez come from? Where did that come from? So I'm not trying to hear this about Crawford neither. Like all of these dudes, man. You know who the dog is, in my opinion, at 147? Sean Porter.
Virgil Ortiz.
No, Sean Porter.
Oh.
Virgil Ortiz is a prospect. I'm Sean Porter. He's the man at 147 because he's the one willing to fight. He's the one willing to fight. We can keep saying, oh, but everybody don't want to fight for it. Man, I'm not trying to keep hearing that crap. I'm not trying to hear that. Sean Porter's the man that want to fight everybody. I'm not saying he's the man, he's the dog at 147.
And if Manny Pacquiao decides to vacate that title, then they should just leave that super title and put it away. Keep that regular as the main. Let Ugas upgrade them, but leave it as regular. Don't give nobody no super title.
Or they should elevate Ugas so that he can fit into the picture.
No, that's what I'm saying. Elevate him, but don't give him the super title. Keep that regular, the way that Carlos, Maidana had it before Floyd. It was just the regular title. It was not a super title. Just keep that regular title, or mandate Virgil Ortiz because he's on that spot too to fight Ugas.
Yo, listen, man. Listen. Y'all gotta stop with this weight drain stuff. Okay? We gotta stop, bro. Discipline has a lot to do with guys not being weight drained. You cannot sit here and act like Tank wasn't a little fat Cabbage Patch Kid in between fights, and now his discipline is different. Like people always attach weight troubles to the past if these guys are not doing the things they did in the past. Now, have you guys been paying attention or seen Tank Davis this whole way through? Hey, baby, have you seen this? Have you guys seen this? Tank Davis been dedicated. I gotta give it to Tank. I've been looking at him on. He been dedicated. He was messing around with Virgil, messing around with Senior. Now he messing around with Floyd. He been in the gym. This dude been a gym rat. Tank's gonna come in this fight in shape, and he's gonna beat the living hell out of Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz. Listen, remember when Tank was about to fight Abner Morris? I remember all of y'all. What was the idea of Tank Davis and Abner Morris? Everybody said Abner Morris ain't got no chance. Tank gonna beat the hell out of Abner Morris, right? What the hell make y'all think Leo Santa Cruz? Because him and Abner Morris had wars. They had wars. That's Leo Santa Cruz level. Gary Russell, Abner Morris, not Tank Davis. Tank should be fighting Devin Haney. Devin Haney ain't doing a damn thing right now. A great title defense for Devin Haney would be a little Cabbage Patch Kid. It would be Tank. That would be a beautiful fight for Devin Haney.
But
October
actually, if we
23rd
want
is
to
the real
speak
fight.
facts, Tank should have fought Lomachenko years ago.
Yeah, that too, but you know that.
Like 130, or he should have fought him for the real WBA strap at 135.
Yeah, but L-Dog, please don't start the Lomo fanboy, because here's the thing.
I'm just saying, man.
I
He
know,
should have fought
okay,
him.
L-Dog, I agree with you. So let's say that first. I agree with you. Should have been for Lomo. But this is my thing. We all know that was Ellaby in Florida. Ellaby came right out, flat out, said, we ain't worried about no Lomo. We not thinking about Lomo. So why are we talking about that? Ellaby said, we ain't thinking about Lomachenko. And I know you heard that, L-Dog. Because they're deciding this dude's path. So yeah, he should have been for Lomachenko, but that ain't even really to be discussed when old wide nose come up there and talk about, oh, we ain't thinking about Loma. How the hell you not thinking about Loma? That's the biggest fight everybody want to see.
Fashion.
So like, you know what I mean? The Lomachenko story, Tank, yeah, they ducked that thing like anything. You know, they ducked the hell out of that fight. And you could blame Tank, you could blame Ellaby, but we know and for sure it was Ellaby and Floyd because they did not want to put Tank in that danger. See, Ellaby, I will say this. 3 years ago, Ellaby was smarter than my guy Teofimo and his camp. Because Ellaby knew Tank would have got demolished by Lomachenko 3 years ago. He knew that. He knew it. Teofimo is different, in my opinion, because first and foremost, Teofimo beats the hell out of Tank Davis. But number two, his dimensions, his size, you know what I mean? His power. I say Teofimo got more power than Tank Davis because I have been saying that Tank Davis' power is overrated. I'm not trying to hear, oh, I hit harder than Deontay Wilder. Yeah, Tank, that's what you said. Teofimo Lopez hits harder than Tank Davis. So he has the attributes, the dimensions, and the things he needs to make this fight with Lomachenko interesting. At 22 years old, Lomachenko would have spanked Tank ass, bro. Easily. And Leonard Ellaby was too smart. He was not willing to put Tank in that type of danger. Teofimo is willing to take on that challenge. That's what makes the difference between these two guys. Teofimo's willing to take that challenge on. Win, lose, or draw. And this is a win-win situation for Teofimo Lopez. This is a win-win. I don't care about people saying, oh, your boy's going to get exposed. How the hell do you get exposed by Lomachenko? He's arguably one of the best boxers in boxing right now. He can't get exposed by the best. If anything, if Teofimo beats Lomachenko, it would be Lomachenko that was exposed, Teofimo Lopez.
He put up a good, if he puts up a great fight, his stock don't drop.
Bro, how do you get exposed by someone? Oh, so, my bad, Punch.
No, I was just saying.
What you say, Eldo?
I was going to say, how are you going to get exposed by a guy you're a heavy underdog? Like, you're supposed to lose to this guy. You're an underdog. How do you get exposed when you're the underdog?
Right. That's why, even till he knows his sports, he'll explain it to you. So anybody that want to go to a casual boxing channel that don't know shit about boxing, go to He Knows His Sports and he'll explain to you how Teofimo Lopez is a super high job that's going to get exposed by Lomachenko. That's his narrative.
I mean, I hope he's right, but I doubt it.
Nah, Lomachenko, look, here's the problem. Teofimo will never be exposed in that fight, and I'll tell you why. He's going to give Lomachenko problems and potentially, the way I see it, stop him by 7 or 8, right? Just by him doing that, even if Lomachenko comes back on after 8, if he makes it past 8, which I think Lomachenko is going to start taking the fight over at that point, if he can make it that far, then he's not being exposed because he fought well enough to not be exposed. Now, if he goes in there and just gets spanked like he don't know how to box, then okay, I'm going to even say, yeah, he kind of got exposed by Lomachenko. But I don't see that fight going down like that, bro. When he touches Lomachenko, Loma's going to regroup. He's going to plan B and C once Teofimo puts that punch on him. Guarantee you. Because Loma got plan A, B, C, and D.
Yeah. If I need a nitpick, Teofimo Lopez. Sometimes he overthrows. He overloads sometimes. And with
Yep.
that, he could get caught, you know? He could get caught with a lot of with combinations. He overloads. If he could take care of that, shorten up his punches a little bit, um, I think that he'll be successful in a lot of spots. But he can't overload too much. Because even in the first round with Richard Coleman, he got caught a couple times. He got caught a couple times with Nakatani. He was getting touched a little bit because he's overloading. Now, if he overloads a lot with Lomachenko, where Lomachenko throws those, in between shots and shorten up his punches and mixes it up, I mean, gonna have some trouble.
See, the difference with Lomachenko and Nakatani and Richard Coleman is Nakatani and Richard Coleman, when Teofimo slipped up, they hit him with 1 or 2 shots. Loma gonna hit him with about 4 or 5 shots. he ain't gonna just slip and get away with a pat. Hell no. Loma, he gonna slip, and Loma gonna be like pat, sidestep, pat. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. So that's gonna be the difference with Lomachenko and those guys. You know what I mean?
And the only negative I do have with Lomachenko, really, that I could nitpick, is that he gets too comfortable sometimes. When
he ain't gonna get too comfortable with Teo. I don't think he look, man. And I said this, my man Billy in the building was good. Those picks last week in 5. Look, let me tell you something, Billy. I'm gonna keep them coming to y'all. I told you, my brother. I'm gonna keep them coming to y'all. Keep making that money, dog. I'm not gamblers like you guys are, but I'm happy to hear that y'all making money off the picks I sent you. Boston Nick hit up. Preston hit up. My man Billy hit up. Let's go. I need to start getting the lingo together, right, Billy? And then I can come join y'all because Odds HQ, the lady, I can't remember the lady's name, but she wanted me to come over there and do boxing and stuff. But I don't have the gambling lingo. You know what I'm saying, Billy? I don't have the gambling lingo down pat yet. That ain't my forte. But I'm gonna get it together and then come start talking some boxing and do pub sports with y'all guys. If I'm not busy enough, but I will do that because I want everybody to make money. If you guys gamble, make money, and I'm glad I can help you, man. My man Unbiased in the building. What's good, King Unbiased? He said, we're not getting that Spence versus Crawford. I know, man. I know it's so unfortunate, man.
It's a damn shame.
It's a shame, bro, because again, that's why I put boxing monster. What's up, brother? That's why I put it in the description, like May-Pac all over again. It's May-Pac all over again, fam.
To me, it looks like Kovalev Stevenson all over again. A fight that really should have happened, but it's just not going to happen. And it's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But
man.
hey, I gotta ask you guys, what do you think about this weekend's fight, Baranchik versus Zepeda? I think that's a hell of a fight.
Hell yeah. Oh man, look, Zepeda's been looking good. He's been looking good in all of his last few fights. Like, he's been looking good. He's gotten better. Anybody that says Zepeda ain't gotten better, you crazy, man. You see how he put it on Pedraza? I mean, Zepeda's been looking good. So
I see an upset with that one too.
You think he gonna upset Baranchik? I wouldn't go that far. I think it's a good fight. I think I'm gonna lean toward Baranchik, fam. You think he gonna upset Baranchik, Punch?
I'll go with that one if I'm a betting man.
I ain't no betting man, so I'm so
It's 50-50, so I don't know if you call it an upset. Like, it's such a close fight because, we know Zepeda is a good boxer. He starts off strong, but he does fade. And Jose Pedraza was getting to him with some pressure towards the middle and the kind of late rounds.
Yeah.
We know Baranchik is going to keep coming forward. He's relentless. He's much bigger than Pedraza. He's much more powerful, aggressive. Can he stop him, or will Zepeda, win enough of the early rounds and some of the mid rounds to nick a points decision?
Don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. If it goes to the point system, I believe that he could do very good. Zepeda, he could come out. You never know, man.
No. Hold up, guys. Let me see something right here. I'm getting ready to go pull this link up. Our bias just dropped the link. Here we go. Demetrius Andre again. Demetrius Andre again with the foolery. Where is it at?
Come
Where is
on,
that?
man. Come on, guys. Come on, man. Come on.
No. I'm getting ready to flame your boy, bro. I'm gonna flame him up.
Yo, I feel like I'm the only channel that stick up for Demetrius Andre, man.
No, but I don't know if you like your company, because your company is Bruce Van and Black Horseman.
Crack
I ain't never listened to that.
Man, the good thing about Andrade is you can just ignore him, man. He's so irrelevant. You don't even have to hear his name. Like that's the thing. I forgot Andrade even existed until Unbiased posted this link. Then I remembered, oh yeah, he's the guy who falls over after every punch he throws.
Unbiased, post that again, bro, because I can't find it. So wait.
Me and D went through that.
Yeah, post that. Yeah, ain't a dope part. Post that again for me, Unbiased. I want to pull that up on the screen for everybody, because see, this is the thing with Demetrius Andre. And all of these people, I know some of them feel like stir-fried shit right now because they backed this dude so hard, right? But now you get ready to duck again. Listen, he ducked, okay? He ducked Korobov. He ducked Derevinchenko. And I ain't necessarily going to call it a duck. He pulled out of the Jermell Charlo fight. You know, it could have been for Rock Nation, but he still pulled out. Now he won't take Laura. Laura's 52 years old. You won't take that fight? Come on, bro. Listen, Jack Coakley. I gotta give it to Jack Coakley. He makes it hard for anybody he gets in the ring with. Don't nobody just get in there and run over Jack Coakley because he's awkward. You know what I mean? He has that style to make it tough for you. And nobody could tell me they would rather see Demetrius Andre fight Jack Coakley than to fight Erislandy Lara. Like, come on with that, man. When are you gonna have a decent title defense? And here's another thing about Demetrius Andre. He picks these fights. He's one of the few boxers that has the opportunity to go pick his fights.
His dad actually is the one that picks his fights.
Well, he agrees with it. It doesn't matter. He doesn't have a promoter sitting over top of him saying, you got to do this, you got to do this. No, he's picking. He handpicked. He said he went out there and said, nope, I don't want this apple. I don't want this apple. Oh, I want this Keeler apple. He handpicked that apple.
Yeah, because remember, it was I don't know if it was a interview or article when his father was like that. They wanted to give him $250,000 for the Charlo fight.
Oh, okay.
Like, hell no.
He said that's an old link. He said that's an old link from back when Lara wanted to Andre to fight. So he ducked Lara. Well, then let's just add him on to the list of names that he ducked. And all good names, all better than anybody on his resume. And nobody can tell me they're not. Korobov, Derevinchenko, and Erislandy Lara. He doesn't have anybody on his resume to top that.
So let's talk. So let's say recent. So let's talk about when he signed with Matchroom. He couldn't get he was going to get the Billy Joe Saunders fight. He already, he popped dirty.
Yeah, that was Billy's.
Why he can't get a fight with the Zone and Matchroom? I mean, I thought he was going to get. I'm tight business wise. I'm actually tight at Eddie Hearns that he can't get him a fight. Because I thought it was going to be. I thought he was going to have a fight with somebody. Triple G, Daniel Jacobs, Billy Joe Saunders, Canelo. I mean, you in a great position. I just don't understand why he can't get the fight. Is it not his fault or Eddie Hearn?
No. Check this out. Now, this is something I can't find a link. If anybody can find a link, if y'all seen the article too, put it in the chat for me so that I can put it up because I read so much stuff. But this idiot, Demetrius Andre, you idiot.
Hey, relax.
No. You're gonna have to let him get it. If I call my boy Tyson Fury an idiot, he was a special guest star on You Idiot. Okay? Demetrius Andre, you idiot. Punch drunk. Your boy said he doesn't want to get in there and fight Canelo Alvarez with no fans.
Yeah, he did.
As if you can demand fans. You can't demand no fans.
Everyone with no fans.
He did say after Crawford said about that he ain't taking no pay because Demetrius Andre was the next one after that. So
So
yeah.
what? They both idiots. Terence Crawford, you idiot. Demetrius
but
Andre, you idiot.
D, this is what I'm saying, man. Since when has Andrade ever fought in front of fans? The dude has no fans.
That's what I'm talking about. How you gonna
Providence was
debate?
good. Providence was a good crowd.
Oh no, L-Dog.
Why
You
did his
gotta be.
cousins come to the fight or something? Did his
Oh,
cousins, along
Yo,
with his
Providence
parents,
was
come to the
lit,
fight,
man.
man?
Providence
Did
was
it
lit.
double his usual crowd?
L-Dog, hold up. We gotta give respect where respect is due. Demetrius Andre does have fans. Bruce
Who?
Wayne, Black Horseman, and Punch Drunk Boxer.
Hey,
no, man.
I'm not abandoning him like I abandoned Gary Russell Jr. I abandoned Gary Russell Jr.
Oh, well, listen. Sometimes you gotta abandon them. I abandoned Tank Davis. I abandoned Jamal Charlo. I abandoned, and I'm ashamed to say it, Deontay Wilder. Nuke always reminds me of it. My brother IBF boxing Nuke. Hey, D, don't act like you didn't used to be a fan of Wilder. You know what I'm saying?
Why
So,
Wilder? Why Wilder?
why did I abandon Wilder?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was always a fan of Tyson Fury because even till now I still say the same thing as Dave. Like I love the way he incites people, right? And I always loved his little crazy movement. But I did think after coming off that layoff, although I was a fan, is now I got two fighters that I'm a fan of. I said, nah, Wilder gonna put him away, man. And Nuka said, no, D, I'm telling you, look at what Tyson Fury does. So we kind of had that back and forth. This is when I abandoned Wilder. And you guys could go back to the press conference. Everything Fury took, every bit of confidence out of Wilder in that first fight. Every bit of it. And when you got a champion, especially a heavyweight champion, come on, bro. Heavyweight champion that lacks confidence, come on, dog. I ain't got nothing else to do with you. So I've been a fan of Fury, so I just like forget it. Forget Wilder. I'm all 100% Fury now, right?
How about if he shows you got confidence on the trilogy?
He don't got no confidence. He didn't show confidence in the rematch. So he don't got no confidence. And look at this, Punch. Look at this. You know why I'm definitely done with him? Since that first Fury fight, you gotta think about it. Before the Fury fight, what did you hear all the time? One face, one name, one champ. You have not heard Wilder spit that since after the first Fury fight. He ain't been talking about that. That was his motto, bro. That was his main thing. He ain't said nothing about one face, one name, one champ since after that Fury fight.
Let me say this, Beck. One face, one name, one champ. Philip Hergovich.
Damn right. Joshua messing around, talk about dropping the WBO. Fury out of his goddamn mind. Dillian White just got slumped again. Philippe Hergovich is going to come up and tell all of you guys, look, man, I'm tired of y'all messing around. I got one even better. Philippe Hergovich versus Alexander Usyk for full-belt undisputed.
Shit.
Full-belt undisputed. Because it seems like these are guys that got the heart.
I actually do believe Joshua is ducking Usyk. And I'll tell you why, man. People are starting to realize how good Usyk's resume is. Michael Hunter got a controversial draw against Povetkin, right? Most people thought Michael Hunter beat Povetkin. He beat Maris Bradis, a three-time world champion, a top-level fighter. He beat Murat Gassiev, a unified world champion. Like, he's beat so many good names, man. People are starting to realize how good Usyk is. I think he beats AJ. I think he might stop AJ. He might stop AJ.
Yo, you always on the edge, man.
Yeah, that's why I love L-Dog, boy. He always push the pencil to that thing right about to roll off the table. That gave me like this.
I'm telling you guys, man, they're ducking. Usyk will stop AJ. Ruiz has no power. He stopped AJ. Usyk, he has more power than Ruiz, in my opinion. He'll stop. Yeah, he does.
No, if he had more power than Ruiz, he would have stopped Bradis.
I think Usyk got the best skill set at heavyweight.
Yeah. I don't think he has.
I can't see AJ catching him like that, man. He'll
No.
outbox him at least.
Hold up. Joe put a comment. My man my house put a comment here. I thought it was real funny. Look. He said, I think Porter's a Hall of Famer. Having the biggest teeth is not Hey man, look. I got more respect for Sean Porter right now than anyone at 147. I'm not saying he's my favorite fighter. Spence is my favorite fighter. I'm saying at this point, and y'all can quote me on it, I have more respect for Sean Porter than any fighter at 147. Any fighter, more respect for him.
Well, his resume is
It ain't even because of his resume. It's his willingness, bro. Joshua Littlejohn, what's up with you, brother? It's his willingness. To me, he's the one who has proven to be willing to fight anyone. And people could talk about the Terence Crawford situation when Crawford first offered him the fight and he turned it down. Okay. But the friendship deal, right? Now, Crawford won't on the friendship deal when he first offered Sean Porter to fight. But Crawford jumped on that friendship deal. Like, yeah, we friends. We'll fight when we want to fight. We'll decide when so he jumped on that, right? But outside of that, when we come to 2020 in September, it is Sean Porter who's number one, mandatory for Crawford. It is Sean and Kenny Porter who said they're willing to take that fight right now. And it's Terence Crawford who's talking about fighting Brook or Josecito Lopez. Sean Porter's willing to fight everyone, and he's proven he's willing to fight everyone. Crawford could say, I want to fight everyone, but you going out to Kell Brook and Josecito Lopez. And Sean Porter sitting right there. If you got a mandatory, go ahead and set the fight and get the mandatory fight. Get it done with.
Would he do the same thing? I'm not taking nothing away from Sean Porter. I'm just asking a question. Would he do the same thing if he was actually the A side of any of his big fights? Was he the A side versus Kell Brook?
No, I don't think he would. I see what you're getting at, but no, I don't think he would. I think he would take. But here's the thing, though. The Formella situation was basically he couldn't get Crawford fight. Spence and Danny was locked up. Keith Thurman didn't want no parts of him. Keith is hollering about Manny rematching Crawford beating Spence. So what else did he have with Formella, right? But outside of that, he was willing to take all the fights. He was willing to fight Garcia, fight Thurman, fight Ugas, fight Spence, fight Crawford. He's willing to take all of the fights, man.
Not yet.
I gotta give Sean Porter the utmost respect in this situation. Like, he gets all the respect from me at 147. Is he the best at 147? No, he's not the best. But does he get the most respect? He do for me. Because if I could say anybody, even my guy Spence, you saying strap season and you will fight everybody, but no, you allowing Al to make that a big lie. Or you just lying. One or the other. I can't give Spence more respect than I give Porter at this point. That's what says for me, the fight between AJ and Usyk comes down to who can control the center of the ring. Both have excellent footwork. No, sir. No, sir. Let's not talk about footwork and Joshua when we talk about Usyk. No. We can't say both have excellent footwork. Usyk has excellent footwork. Joshua has okay footwork. Pretty good footwork. I'll give him better than okay. He has pretty good footwork. Usyk has excellent footwork. Nobody in the heavyweight division can mess with that dude's footwork besides my guy Tyson Fury. That's it. Joshua had to learn better footwork to get past Ruiz. Usyk gets past if he gets past Derek Chisora, he gets past everybody, and we start talking about the top five. That's just how I feel about Usyk. If he could go in there and he could display that he's durable enough to take Derek Chisora's power, he gets all the respect from me, and it's now his top five. I put him in the top five after Derek Chisora, and then not only that, I think he challenges the top five. Even my guy Fury. Even Fury.
I like how AJ has bounced back. Like, he's a gym rat right now. He's been in the gym ever since he took that loss.
AJ's a dog, man. That's why I keep telling I don't like when people talk about his heart. AJ ain't got no heart. I'm like, AJ ain't got no chin and all these AJ haters. Stop this with AJ, bro. He's been a dog his whole career. Like this dude been willing to fight everyone.
Yeah,
He's been willing to fight, man.
I'm tired of like I always say, man, I don't care if a dude goes down, man, he gets knocked out. I like, man, if they get back up, that says a lot in my opinion. That says a lot.
Yeah, big DJ Big Leg. I'm a Hergovich fan, but I have to agree with that. Now, L Dog, on the other hand, is a Hergovich fanboy, so he's not going to agree with that. But I will agree with that. If he gets past Chisora, yeah, you damn right I'll put him over Hergovich. If he gets past, listen, if he gets past Derek Chisora, I immediately thrust Usyk up into the top 5. Hergovich ain't no damn top 5. He not. But I think Hergovich has a lot of promise, and people sleeping on my guy Philippe Hergovich. All this talk about Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce and Tony Yoka, and man, I'm not trying to hear that. No, Hergovich. Okay, Hergovich. You got the top guys, and then you got Hergovich. So stop y'all nonsense. Fury, Joshua, Usyk, Wilder, Hergovich.
Who's your next big American heavyweight?
Jared Anderson.
You like him?
Yep. Go watch him again. Punch.
I've seen all the fights. He fought like 3 times in the.
How old is he? How old is he?
I'm not sure how old.
21. 21. I like it. Because look at his ceiling, man. Look what he's doing now. He ain't even got his full strength yet. He don't even have his full strength yet, Punch.
I want him to tighten up on that defense, though. And stamina. Because he be.
Wait. What stamina? The nigga ain't went past 5. He ain't got tired of no fight.
He's
slumping everybody.
I forgot the dude's name, and I'm like, I think it was the 4th round, and I'm like, it was the 4th round. I'm like, yo, this guy.
We talk about this Spanish dude. He wasn't tired, fam. No, you gotta go watch that again. He was mauling that dude. That time he put him out, he was still bouncing around. Like, look, that dude don't even mention flat-footed when we talk about Jared Anderson. See how that boy move around?
I like his movement.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, I like Jared Anderson. Like, so I think that's our only promise for American heavyweights right now. Jared Anderson, bro, at 21 years old, bro, he's got a high ceiling. He got 4 more years to get into that mass strength. I believe he's going to be knocking. He's going to be sleeping cats, man. He's fast. He changes levels well already. Turn your sound down, LFA.
Oh shit, my bad, bro.
I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm not saying that he's special either. That's what I'm saying.
So, Boxing Monster. Hey, somebody put Boxing Monster on timeout. No, I'm playing.
Damn, Boxing Monster got his wrench removed, bro.
Yeah, Boxing Monster, great. Somebody want to take revenge? Y'all better try to take it before I find him, because I'm getting ready to give it back to him.
Nah, he's a homie, bro. We can't do him like that. I can't time him out.
Time out, Boxing Monster. No, I'll give it back to you, Boxing Monster. It was a joke. Boxing Monster, you could have put your own damn wrench back on. All you had to do was go in.
Yo, fellas,
but D. Jefferson.
I'm going to jump off. I'm going to get something to eat.
All right. Yo, why is these? I can't see certain comments, bro. I'll do it on my phone. I got you.
Yeah, let me invite the people, man. I want to invite D. Jefferson, man, to the Oak Cliff boxing community, bro. It's the hood of the YTBC, you know what I'm saying? It's the projects of the YTBC, you know what I'm saying? So the Oak Cliff boxing community is opening up very soon, bro.
I'm coming to your channel, El Jefe. You know
but just remember, man, this is the hood, bro. Like, this ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no J4B. It ain't no LDBC. This is an Oak Cliff boxing community, the hood.
All right, Boxing Monster.
Dangerous, bro.
Ain't nobody time you out. Unbiased, you should have clipped him. You should have clipped him, Unbiased. You should have clipped Boxing Monster just for the hell of it.
Hey, man, I'm so ready for the fight tonight, bro. For real. We're going to have a great fight.
What you talking about, Tay? He says, see, that's fake. Nah, that's Boxing Monster for real. I removed I accidentally removed Boxing Monster the other night when I was messing around in my back office, and I told him I removed him. And when I put him back, I didn't put his wrench back. No, that's Boxing Monster, dog. That is the real Boxing Monster. I took his wrench. Well, Boxing Monster, all right, look. This is what I'm telling you, Chain and everybody else that don't understand this. It's a reason, guys. I want y'all to get this through y'all head. You too, El Jefe, since you're up here. It is a clear reason why Boxing Monster has immunity on this channel. Boxing Monster is a full administrator on this channel. He can go in the back office and switch up things. So even if I kicked him, if I blocked him and take his wrench, he can go right back in on my channel and put all of that on. Right back on. He can go back there and take any one of y'all wrenches if he wants to. So that's why I'm telling you, he got immunity on the channel. I can't really take his wrench, and I'm not taking him off as administrator, so he can do what the hell he want to do.
What about Samuel Strong?
Oh no, Boxing Monster is the only one that has immunity on this channel. And he's the only one.
You know what I'm saying? I feel they come in a package, bro. I feel like if you're gonna give that to Boxing Monster, you gotta give it to Samuel Shaw too, man.
No, I don't.
Samuel Shaw has been putting in that work.
Oh, but for my first 9 lives, it was me and Boxing Monster. And I would run it for an hour, 2 hours sometimes, and Boxing Monster would kick it with me. Before I ever started this goddamn channel, it was me and Boxing Monster kicking it. Before I ever came to the UGC, it was me and Boxing Monster kicking it. Nobody will ever have immunity on my channel or be in my administrative office besides Boxing Monster. No one. That's just how it is. I'll give people wrenches, but nah, it ain't gonna be administrative privileges. That's only Boxing Monster.
I respect that.
Yeah, but next time I'll put you on timeout or take your wrench. You better go get familiar with that back office because I ain't giving it back until you go put it back on.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I finally have a wrench, man. Since my first channel, I think I haven't had a wrench, so it's great to be back home, man, with the wrench, bro.
You've been without your wrench for long enough. Put a link in put a comment in the chat. I'm gonna take it right back. I'll have faith. As soon as you do something stupid, you know the rules.
I already got a wrench. Bro.
On here?
Yeah.
All right, how you get a wrench? You must have came in with a damn profile I didn't even you slick bastard.
I got a wrench, bro. Yeah, man, but I'm getting my popcorn ready, bro. My drink ready, man. These presidential debates, man, they're gonna be fired, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What time you going live?
No, I ain't going live for that, bro. I'm saying I'm getting ready for that. I think the MXPC, they might go live for it. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to be a comedy show. And with this new evidence about Joe Biden's son taking from the Russians and all that, you already know Donald Trump going to flame him up. These presidential debates, man, it's like the Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump debate. That was a damn comedy show. You know what I mean? That's what it's not like. I don't.
Yeah, bro. You just gotta enjoy the shit show, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing too great to watch right now, man. So might as well watch that.
Boxing Monster saved D Justice from he knows his sports. Whatever. He knows his sports, man. Yeah. I'll vote for Mark Unrivaled. Yeah, for president, yeah, I'll second that vote. He better than these clowns we got running for office now. I mean, Donald Trump, nah, I don't know. Donald Trump's a big businessman, bro. This country is a big business. It's a corporate country. That's all it is. It's a huge corporation. So politics, you look at politics in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, our government system is broken. It's broken. But what better to have at the helm than a businessman to bring back a corporate company? Because that's what the United States is, a corporation. Every one of y'all social security numbers is a corporation. Everyone. Whoever has a social security number, understand that's an entity. It's a corporation. That's what this country's built on. So who better to have running the helm than you can't depend on the political parties. You can't depend on that. You can't depend on a governmental system that's broken. So if we're going to get anything right, get the business right. Because when the business gets right, the economy flourishes. When the economy flourishes, everybody tries to sell things here. And that's why America is still one of the powers, because everybody around the world tries to sell things here. You understand, when we had the depression here in America, it trickled the world depression immediately because everybody sells things here. Americans are stupid. They buy anything.
I agree, bro. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just feel people should stop watching the news because I feel the news affects a lot of people on how they think. I feel they should do self-research, like OHF has done, like I'm sure D has done. Y'all should read articles and non-biased articles. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? Do your research on things, bro. And
Hey,
things ain't like they said.
Same with Ice. I wasn't ever in the UGC. I used to be over there on the live and stuff, kicking it all the time. But I wasn't ever in any group. Not LDBC, UGC, MBBC, or any other BC or MXBC. Nah, I wasn't in any group. Never will be. I'm in this group, the Speak Your Mind Sports Talk Family Group. That's the only group I'm gonna be a part of. So yeah, but yeah, man, this Crawford Spence situation, man, and Charlo's, people just need to. I think with everything going on in boxing right now, I don't think that Charlo should be the brunt of anybody's hate or anybody's discussion. Yeah, right, L Dog. You telling the joke. This is why they don't deal with me no more. Because they offered me a spot, and I said no. Next thing I know, they kicked me out.
I could vouch for that, bro. I saw when he got kicked out, bro.
Yeah, they kicked me out of their existence because I told them I didn't want to join. So now they won't cool with me no more. So whatever, bro.
Hey, you remember when that fat fuck tried to check you, bro? The dude from Cali. But you won't say his name.
I had to flame him up. I said, Kelly, fuck you. Trying to tell me who to hang with. But he was right, though, because he was trying to get me away from Black Horsemen. So you can't give me no ultimatum. That's my thing. Like, you can't tell me what to do. But at the end of the day, he was right. So it is what it is. I'll be a man and admit that. He was correct. But you cannot make me hang with anybody or not hang with anybody. That's just how it is. So, guys, I just wanted to rant a little bit about that Spence Crawford, this IBF situation, man. We talked about some other stuff. If any of you guys got any questions, I'm gonna stick around for about 15 minutes. We could do a quick Q&A if you guys got some questions about something.
I got a question for you, bro.
All right,
on the panel.
boxing.
Who you got, Navarrete or Villa?
Oh, Navarrete is gonna beat Ruben Villa. I want to see Navarrete and Luis Nery.
Oh, that's a good one, bro. That's a real good fight.
That's what I want to see. Navarrete and Luis Nery.
I think Navarrete might be a little too big for him. I think he might stop Nery.
He's still
because Nery started at 118 and he's at 122.
No, Nery's at 122. Fool, he just fought Alameda at 122.
No, that's what I'm saying. But he started at 118. Like, he's small. He's a small dude. Navarrete
was at 118. He was too big for that weight class. That's why he went up where he was supposed to be. He's supposed to be at 122.
But Navarrete is like a fucking natural lightweight, bro. That's what I'm saying. Navarrete is fucking huge, bro. Like, the motherfucker got a 72-inch reach. He's 5'7", bro. So he's massive for featherweight.
Click the link right now, Intangible, because you can't tell me that.
Shit. Shit. This is a classic right here, bro. Intangible D. Jefferson, bro. Youth versus experience, bro. Let's get it, bro.
No. I didn't say I want to see that over Fulton. What I'm saying is this. Luis Nery, he's over. I think he's a hype job. That's what I'm saying. I think Luis Nery is a hype job. And you get in there with Navarrete and he'll beat him up. That's what I think. Not over Danny Roman, Big Dan. That's a good one. What you think about that, LFA? I think that's
Luis Neri fucks up Daniel Roman. You know what I'm saying? Danny Roman, he's washed up. I think he's been in too many battles. He's kind of old now. He has no punching power. Luis Neri beats him up for 12 rounds.
well. That's why I just said I think Luis Neri's a hype job. I'm not convinced with Luis Neri because
Hey, let's get intangible on here, man. Let's get intangible on here.
he ducking that smoke.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel you scared off intangible and you scared off black and brown, bro. Like for some reason, you know what I'm saying? They're still in their feelings, man.
Black and brown, being black and brown, we reconcile, we cool. You know, black and brown, we good. Raider from LA, what's up? But I like that, man. I like that, man. There he is. I like that. Navarrete and Neri and Danny Roman. I'm not convinced at Neri. Yeah. I didn't say he was incorrect. I didn't argue that. I didn't say that Navarrete won that 126. I just said I want to see him get in there with Navarrete.
And Intangible's just mad because Luis Neri fucked up Yamanaka, bro. The Japanese champ.
Man.
No,
He's a Japanese fanboy, bro.
I wasn't watching boxing when he beat Yamanaka in 2016, so no.
What do you think about Luis Neri Intangible? You think he's the goods or he's got hype behind him?
He's a good talent. He's an undisciplined fighter. He's failed drug tests. He's had underwhelming performances, missed weight. And I don't think he and Reynoso are a very good fit. So, I made that comment in the comment section really just to emphasize that unless you want to see Neri lose, there's no real point in watching him against Navarrete because that's a complete mismatch. You're bringing in a guy who's a natural 118-pound fighter who's fought at 115 against a 5'8" super bantamweight who's moved up in featherweight now.
I don't want to. This is what I keep saying about Luis Neri. He's not a natural 118-pounder. Listen, the dude struggled with weight all the way through. It's just like Tank Davis. You know, long time ago, Tank Davis should have been up to 130, 135. We knew that long time ago he should have been up there. That's what I see in Luis Neri. He should have never been down there, fam. 122, this is his natural weight. He was killing himself to beat up them smaller guys. That's why he's having problems his whole career. And that's why I say your hype job. Because now where he is at 122, he just had a problem with a domestic fighter. Shout out to Alameda. Alameda proved himself. He was a domestic fighter. So if Luis Neri was the hype that they have behind him, he should have put Alameda away. And I'm even more upset with Luis Neri because I had a $1 ticket that would have yielded $274 if this idiot would have knocked him out like he was supposed to.
I'd sort of like to put it like this. Neri would redeem himself if he fights the winner of if he could fight the winner of Fulton versus Leo, because Fulton is scheduled to fight Leo next, challenge for Leo's title because of the circumstances behind the fight that was originally scheduled between he and Leo that was switched to Williams. If he could fight the winner of that fight in a unification, that would establish himself as a champion. He'd gain my respect back. But until then, I don't want to hear anything about the guy beating Naoya Inoue and all that kind of stuff.
Man, the monster beat his ass. I think Fulton beats Luis Neri because Stephen Fulton's a better boxer than Luis Neri, in my opinion. He's a better boxer than Luis Neri.
A better comparison is he's a better boxer than Alameda. And if you look at how he fought Alameda, he wasn't applying really much pressure. He was trying to sort of exchange jabs, and he was trying to outbox and outmaneuver him. And just being as what style Reynoso is trying to employ, it's not going to work against Fulton that effectively. He needs to go back to that come forward puncher pressures type of a style he used to have when he fought Yamanaka.
Alameda in his camp, Fulton's definitely a better boxer than Alameda, but he's a better boxer in my opinion than Luis Neri too. I think that the game plan, Alameda and his camp, they implemented the wrong game plan, right? And I guess he's just one of these Mexican style fighters, but Alameda had the range on Neri, and he gave it up. Bro, they circled each other in the middle of that ring into the 11th round. I did commentary on that. And then by the 11th round, Luis Nery had punished him too much and he started backing him up. But all the way to the 11th round, he was with that Mexican fight inside, boom, banging it out. He should have used his distance on Luis Nery because if you look at the first 8 rounds of that fight, Nery was having problems. Almeida was giving him problems. So he kept, they just implemented the wrong game plan. Stephen Fulton ain't gonna be no easy target for Luis Nery, and he's gonna pop him up along the way. I'm not saying gonna stop him. Stephen Fulton, that's his problem. He doesn't have great power, but he's a great boxer, dog. That dude's he's a good boxer, Stephen Fulton.
I will say though, it kind of does depend on what Stephen Fulton shows up because some nights he's good and others not as much. He tends to be a little bit hot and cold with his performances.
Yeah, Big Dan says if it wasn't for the WBC, would agree with you. What you talking about? What did I say? What is that comment referring to, Big Dan? Luis Nery will be humiliated. So unless you want to see him lose to now, that was you, Intangible. Yeah, he would be I do want to see him lose because he's a hype job. I want to see any hype job lose, so that we don't have to talk about it no more.
Can I ask Intangible question? Who do you have, Navarrete or Villa?
I gotta watch a little bit more of Ruben Villa.
Man, Ruben Villa don't hit hard enough to listen. That's Ruben Villa's problem. He don't have pop. He's a good boxer. He's sort of like Stephen Fulton. Well, not as good as Fulton, but he's a good boxer. But Ruben Villa don't have power, bro. What is this? It's like 5 knockouts and 12 or 13 fights. He's not stopping guys. He can box, but you gotta have power to keep Navarrete off of you, bro. Navarrete gonna keep coming.
Hey, dude, do y'all see Navarrete as unbeatable at 126?
No, nobody's unbeatable in this sport.
No, he's not unbeatable.
Of course. But who beats him? Who do you guys think beats him from the champions?
I think Jean Jou's capable of beating him on volume.
Same with Josh Warrington.
Poco's could beat him on volume. Would be,
bro, hell
be great
bro.
fights.
You would dog walk.
No, I'm with you on Jean Jou, Mark, but I'm not with Intangible on Warrington. No.
Well, we'll see how Warrington looks against Jean Jou.
Who's that?
Josh Warrington's mandatory.
No, he's not as mandatory. He's the WBA regular champion who's going to get elevated to super championship status if Leo vacates.
Okay.
I got somebody else who beats Navarrete for you, Jefe, at 126.
Gary Russell.
Cool. Maybe no.
Shakur's at 130. He's at 130, buddy.
Russell might. Yeah, you better be glad because your boy Navarrete would have beat up.
That's his toughest fight right there, bro.
I like Navarrete though. He's a good fighter, man. Hell, it's something to watch when he's on it. The way he took out Isaac Dugbe, woo! And now I'm hearing rumors of Isaac Dugbe fighting Michael Conlan, man. I can't wait to see Dugbe beat the shit out of Michael Conlan.
I think Dugbe could beat Warrington, man. What do you guys think about that fight?
No.
He's too small in my opinion.
Warrington will out physical him.
Warrington's stronger than Navarrete. I mean, not Dogbo, and he'll push him back. His work rate, his punch volume is too much. He'll beat Dogbo in my opinion.
Carl Frampton's way bigger than him, man. Carl Frampton's way bigger than Dugbe, and Warrington beat the shit out of him. He beat the shit out of Lee Selby too. Just destroyed these guys.
Lee Selby, yeah, man. Yeah. Lee Selby fight?
Lee Selby's moved up to lightweight. He's fighting in a final eliminator against Kambosos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Lee Selby's coming off of a win over Ricky Bourne, so Lee Selby's a big dude.
To give Warrington no chance against a guy like Navarrete, in my opinion, it's a little unfair. The guy can legitimately box and.
Well, and Tango, I didn't give him no chance. I just said Navarrete beats him. So, will you want the numbers on it?
I'll ask the question: who could beat him, or who has a chance at beating him? Is Navarrete unbeatable? And I said I could see Warrington possibly beating him.
Oh well, okay. You got a slim chance then.
It's a very close fight, in my opinion.
No. See, now
Y'all really think what is Warrington's game plan gonna be? Is he gonna outbox him? He's gonna outwork him? He's gonna
No, they're both gonna fight on the inside and they're gonna slug it out. It's gonna become a work rate game between the two of them, and I for one would love to see it.
And I don't think Warrington can outbrawl Navarrete. I don't see it happening.
Me either. Yeah. I'm with El Jefe all day long. He ain't gonna outbrawl him, bro. That dude is
No, I'm not saying outbrawl. I didn't say outbrawl. I say inside fighting. Warrington's skilled on the inside. His short uppercut, the way his arms shorten up, he's very good at leaning the head and the chest, keeping on top of you. I mean, you need to be very good defensively in the pocket to deal with him like Kid Galahad did. That's what he's all about, is tying you up, turning you, elbowing you down. Navarrete ain't shown that side of his game yet. It'd be an interesting fight, though.
Well,
very interesting.
But you know what Navarrete has shown is that he can box from the outside, too. Because he did it against the what was the Filipino guy? It was really pretty. He was giving them some work at first.
My avatar right now. It's my avatar right now. João Santacima.
Yeah, and Navarrete, he backed up on him and started using that, start hitting him and then punishing him from long range, and then you know what I mean. So Navarrete he don't have to play Josh Warrington's game. He doesn't have to play the Josh Warrington strength, but he can battle with him in there too. But he don't have to play that strength. He can switch it up on Warrington. He's going to beat Warrington. That's why I say intangible, yeah, he got a chance, 70-30. There you go, 30% chance to win.
That's fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I get it. You know, maybe Navarrete gets egotistical and just try to get in there and bang it out. And like Mark said, he get caught with one of them swift uppercuts inside or something like that. But Navarrete, I think he'll back it up. If Josh Warrington starts beating him, getting the best of him, then he'll just switch up. And then what is Warrington going to do if Navarrete switches up on him? Because he's way longer than Warrington. Way longer.
I also think that boxing Josh Warrington isn't a great idea too.
Why not?
Because Warrington is really good at being. He's got very erratic sort of movement. He's very good at getting past the jab.
He's one of the very few fighters in modern day boxing who knows how to use the peekaboo.
Okay, but let me say this. Because Navarrete from the outside ain't just no jab. He'll throw a jab, 1-2 hook. He does that from the outside. So no.
And then his angles are unpredictable, bro. Like Warrington's gonna see punches from all different sides of angles, bro. So, and then he got the power. He got more power than Warrington, and I think he got a better chin. I haven't seen Warrington dropped or anything, but I think he got a better chin. So
you know
it's a fight we want to see.
He may have more power. I don't know if he does, and I'll be honest. Doing it at 122, they're moving up against those 126 guys. All those 126 guys seem to have chins because it's a division with low knockout percentages. But a few of the guys who moved up from 118, 122 were knocking people out easy. And then they get into that division, like Nonito Donaire, who's a massive puncher. The knockouts started to dry up when he got up to those elite level guys because their chins are so good. So
all right, so I got a question for y'all guys. Because he ain't going to fight Jamel Herring. Shakur Burchell.
I got Shakur.
It's a close fight.
That's a good fight. Shakur Burchell.
I mean, look, I think most people would favor Shakur, but I think Burchell does have a good chance in this fight because Shakur really hasn't stepped up, and he's never fought anybody that applies remotely the pressure. Has the double jab sort of offloading sort of a style that Burchell has the power Burchell has the body work Burchell has,
the experience Burchell has. He's
Exactly.
fought nobody with Burchell's experience, so I think that's a good fight.
The best one he's fought is Joet Gonzalez, who does apply pressure but doesn't cut the ring off. Walks
he ain't no damn Burchell. That's for sure.
He don't hit like no Burchell. That's
hell no. So I think that's a good one. Shakur and Burchell. Because Jamel Herring, I actually had Jamel Herring over Burchell to that last fight. I'm not too sure, bro, because
it gets fucked up, bro.
I mean, Oquendo, come on, man. If you not like he dropped Oquendo, well, you gotta finish the job. Oquendo kept coming in the same way, and I'm like, okay, fighting Marine. He's not a boxer like a lot of these traditional boxers, whatever. Listen, man, Oquendo was giving it to him the whole time, like, here. The dude did the same step forward and threw up, leaving himself open every time he came in. And I'm like, bro, Jamel Herring, step back, catch this dude with a hook, a check hook or uppercut, because he keeps coming in the same exact way. And my thing is, if you can't figure that out, and I'm a Jamel Herring fan, so, but if you can't figure that out, how can you get through Burchell? You can't figure out Oquendo. How you get through Burchell?
I swear I heard people saying before this Oquendo fight that Herring would actually beat Burchell. I remember I heard
just said I was one of them.
The one thing I won't say though is I don't look. I favor Burchell in that fight, no doubt. But I also don't think Burchell goes to the extents that Jonathan Oquendo did in that fight. With his just,
I don't know, because look at what Burchell do, bro. He's a come forward fighter. He throws punches. I think he's gonna come with the extent that Oquendo came with. He's gonna do it better.
He's gonna be more clean. He's gonna land harder punches. His punches are gonna come out smoother. He's probably gonna have more volume. He's gonna have a more educated jab. But Oquendo was leaning in with his head, headbutting him, elbowing him, throwing rabbit punches, low blows galore.
I mean, it's like every time he takes a step, he leaned in with his head and then he threw. He did that at least 30 times in that fight. And I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. It was almost like I wish I could take Jamel Herring out and put myself in there just with his physique, of course. And then boop, boop, catch him. And then put Jamel Herring back in and let him have the count. Like, no, what are you doing?
Jonathan Oquendo was fighting like a Walmart version of Myris Breedis.
Jonathan Oquendo was fighting like me on the street. That's how he was fighting. Dude, it was a street fighter in the damn ring. Dog, that's what it was. Not the sweet sign. It's a street fighter in the ring. That's what Oquendo was doing. Like, bro, I don't know, man. You got to be able to figure your opponent out when you start talking about.
Where's Oquendo from?
Puerto Rico. I think it's Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican.
I'll just give him some credit, man. Like, I know a lot of people are giving him, people are like fouling like shit and all this crap. I couldn't care less. I'll be perfect, man. I couldn't care less. He was whooping up on him, bro.
Yeah, he was giving it to him. He was giving it to in both ways. He was giving him a knockout, but he was putting some work on Herring. You know what I mean? People think that Herring quit.
He detached his retina, bro.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, yeah, all these people talk about Herring, Jamel Herring quit. Okay. He ended up with a detached retina. Like, okay. Like, people just so stupid. They quick to call somebody a quitter. And I never went for that. I never said that Jamel Herring quit, but he just gave up so many shots. Like, if you drop the guy, he caught him clean, you drop the guy. So you know you can hurt him now. You know you can hurt him. And he keeps leaning his head into you like, hey, here I go, hit me. Boop, throw a punch and Jamel Herring get hit by it. But first he steps, hey, here I go, hit me. Boop, hit Jamel. Like, come on, bro, what the fuck are you doing in there? This is Cat TV. I don't know if he's that, but he's an idiot. And he already.
Hey, yo, D, you know what other fight between two prospects is coming up, man? On the Jaime Munguia card, bro. Rocha versus Rashidi Ellis, man. I think that's another great 50-50 fight, bro.
I can't say it's 50-50 because Rashidi Ellis has been so inactive. But he is nice, though. Ain't he from Philly? Ain't he a Philly boxer?
He's from Boston, I think.
Boston? Yeah, but he's nice. Rashidi Ellis is nice, bro. But he ain't been doing. I mean, you gotta be active, fam. You gotta be active. That's the only thing. Big Dan say, Boston Monster, what makes you think it's laughable to say Warrington beats Navarrete? I don't think it's laughable, but I don't think it's happening. I tell you that. I don't think Warrington beats Navarrete, bro. I don't. It's too long for him, and he can use his length.
Hey, D, we shouldn't even take you serious, D, because you're number 10 in the prediction leagues, bro. Like, El Jefe number 3, MXBC prediction league, bro.
Okay, that's great. That's great. El Jefe
number 3, bro.
Yeah, but it's like you're in high school and I'm in the doctoral program. So you're number three.
brother. Nah,
You number
look,
three in the
this how
high
I'm gonna
school
body
league.
you, bro. This how
You
I'm gonna
know,
body you.
you in the high school league,
Mark
dude.
is top 3 in the
That's
Champ Ross,
good.
but in the
Intangibles,
MXBC,
I mean,
hey, hold on, in the
IBT number one.
MXBC he's number 7, bro. So you know what I'm
Not
saying? The
even in y'all league,
MXBC
bro.
prediction league is harder, bro. It's a much tougher prediction
Mark,
league, bro.
you number 7 in their league?
Because I doubled up on nearly every fight just for the lulz.
Oh, okay. I don't know how their point system works, so.
Well, if you double up, if you don't hit the exact result that you're doubling up on, you'll get double the points if you hit it. But if you don't get the exact result, you lose.
Oh, okay. Y'all league is a gamble.
Yeah, bro, life's a risk, bro.
Oh, whatever, man. I know Fugazi. I know it ain't a Fugazi ass league, but that's different, bro. Like, nah, man. You can.
Hey, but I'm gonna enter the Champ Ross league, man. I already sent him.
Yeah, you're gonna be right
message.
down there where he knows his sports and Tom Ross in like 30 and 40 place.
Nah, I'll quit, bro. If I'm down there with them folks, man, I'm gonna quit, bro.
See, you showing you ain't got no heart. Quitters don't have no heart. Everybody been talking.
Hey, bro, Samuel Shaw was top 10. If Samuel Shaw was top 10, I think I could make it up there, bro.
Samuel Shaw, what man? Samuel Shaw made him quit. I made Samuel Shaw retire the league. Got beaten up on it. But listen, you can't quit. I was down in the 23rd place, and everybody and their grandma was talking shit about me. D, what place you in? D, what place you in? And now I'm in 10th. Next week I'll probably be 6 or 7. And the final week I'll crack the top 5, maybe even 3 or 2. One of those suckers off from up there. YC, Mark, or IBT. One of y'all might go down. But even still, I climbed from 23. Most people that's at 23, Mark was at 21, he climbed too. But most of the people that was down there when we was down there, and I'm not even lying about this, they either down further or still hovering around 16th place or so. And that's not even a joke. Me and Mark was like the only 2 down there that climbed up. So that just tells you the story. And I just effed up this season. Like, I messed up big time in this
season. And how many fucking fights do y'all have to predict? Like, how many is there?
It depends. It's different. No, I think he don't do 20 fights. The most we do is like 17. It's mostly like 15, but we had, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks, Mark, where we only had 10 fights because of the pandemic?
This season, we've averaged out at 13 fights a week.
Wow, okay. So, yeah. And that was because of the pandemic. That was because of the pandemic. If it's not the pandemic, then we probably average around 15 fights, which is decent. 15 fights a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when it comes to the big fights, you know what I'm saying, I'm good, bro. But it's a midget weights that I don't even know who the fuck they are. So
yeah, look, okay. Here goes Samuel Shaw. He said, "I've never been in 23rd place, and you've never been in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd either. I've been in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd every season." And this might be the only season that I'm not, but it's not over with. I still think I could get up there 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. So you've never been 23rd. You've never been 1st, 2nd, or 3rd either. So that's why
let me ask you this, D. Who you got, Cepeda or Branchik?
That's a good fight. I got to look at it because I like.
Oh, yeah, putting your picks.
Yeah, I like. No, it's not about telling my picks. I don't care if anybody copies me. I don't care. It's not about that. I don't try to.
We can all get each other's picks anyway because they get posted.
They posted up there. So I listen. I don't care if anybody copies me, but I'll be damn if I copy somebody else's pick. I'm not doing that.
Hey, bro, but is it true that you're asking Mark for help when you first started, bro? Because that's a rumor.
No. This is what I used to ask Mark. I say, Mark, I'm stuck on this fight. What do you think about it? Because I appreciate and value your opinion. But I would still make my own decision. And this is how I can prove it. Mark, I went to Mark. I said, Mark, what do you think on this fight? It was about Daniel Dubois. Mark told me which round, and I went my own way. And the fight came out the round he told me. So if I was listening to Mark, like all of you idiots think, then I would have hit. Is that true or not, Mark?
Yeah, that's true. You asked me about another fight, and you went your own way, and you got it right, and I was wrong. Happens.
It happens. So
he asked for my advice twice. One time, neither time he took it. One time he got it right. The other time he didn't.
I got the fight right, but I got the round wrong. So see, that's the thing. Like, just because you listen, if you're in a league and you know other people that understand what they see in the ring like you do, I don't think it's a problem for you to get their take on it. That's not getting somebody to make your picks, because Mark never made my picks. I made my own damn picks. I just got his take on the fight because he sees well. He sees exactly what's going on in the ring. Before Wasi joined the league, I used to say, Wasi, what you think about this fight? But that's all Wasi do. Study what happens in the ring. This is all this dude does. Is study on technique and foot placement and all of this. That's all he does. So I would get his take. Another guy who has a channel, Matthew Faust. I always talk to Faust. You know, I say, Faust, what you think about this fight? But that's just, I mean, to me, that's just common sense. You're trying to win. Any competitor would get the advice of somebody that is also good at what they do if they're trying to win. Doesn't matter what you're competing in. If you don't, then you're not utilizing all your resources. That's how I look at it.
Like the way I break down fights, bro, it's so different, man. Like,
oh my God.
I look at the style. No, really, bro. Let me tell you how I break down fights, bro.
All right, break it down.
I imagine the two fighters, bro, but I gotta close my eyes, bro, because it helps me think. So it's like I'm meditating, bro, and I'm thinking about the fight, and I'm imagining like the ring walk. I'm imagining like, you know what I'm saying, the style matchup, bro. And then I could see things, bro. It's like visions I'm getting that what's gonna happen in the fight, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Usually it comes to fruition, man, because either it's visions through God that God gives me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or it's my boxing IQ. It's so high, man, that I'm seeing shit, bro.
Well, you a damn comedian. Sarah Shaw said, I've always stayed in the top 5 every week. No, you haven't. And let's not forget Mark is the real film. Mark is the real film study. No. See, that's not disrespect. See, people get mad at stuff. That's why I tell you guys, I don't get mad at anything. Well, something, but very little. Now, Mark is the real film study because I can guarantee you, I have been watching boxing longer than Mark's been living. But I can guarantee you he has watched 100 times more fights than I have. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's kind of sad, really. Not on behalf of you, on behalf of me. But what I will say, I want to say this, is I'm not really film study. I'm going to tell everybody how I predict. Are y'all ready for this? It's going to blow people's minds.
Yeah, I already know, but yeah.
No, I'm going to tell everybody. This is how I do it. I sit down, true. I get the list, I take a look at it, I remember having watched the fighters fight, how they fight, think of how it's going to go, and I put the prediction in.
Yep. Now, let me share something, too, Mark, you son of a bitch. I can attest to that, but here's the thing. Yeah, when you have the film already up here, you don't need to go search for it. That motherfucker, remember, you can ask him what happened in the fight in 1983, and he'll tell you exactly how the motherfucker got knocked down and what round and what punch was thrown. So if you got the film study up here, you don't need to watch no film.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that, bro. You got to watch who they're sparring, the training camp. You know what I'm saying? No, bro. No, yes, you do, bro. When you're doing a full, you know what I'm saying, picking, you know what I'm saying, especially when it involves money, bro. When it involves money,
well, see, the
training
camp.
You
just gave yourself up. Because you need all of
that. Bro,
I
bet on fights, bro.
No, you need all of that. We don't need all of that.
I'll be honest, though.
3 G's. Hold on, bro. I made over 3 G's, bro, betting on fights, bro.
What's up, Ahmed? Ahmed in the building. Nah.
Let me say.
What's that title? The most improved player in the league. That award goes to Queen Lisa. She straight sparked the league this season. Shout out to Lisa, man. Lisa's the most improved in the league. She gets that award. What you say, Mark? What you gonna say, Mark?
I was just gonna say I actually agree with Hefe.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna get too much into it. But on certain fights that are very, very important, and you can get access to sparring footage, they can tell you a lot about where the fighter is in terms of his health. More so than how they're fighting, because most fighters fight certain styles a specific way. And through film study, you can get that. But knowing where they are in terms of their fitness or their movement, if they're looking lackluster, if they're looking tired in training camp, that can give you a very big indicator as to how they're going to fight.
That could give you an edge. If it's a real close fight, I'll agree. Okay, that could give you an edge, but I don't.
And the war mileage. The war mileage.
I don't fucking need it because the fights. Let me tell you something, man. And this is the truth. All you gotta do is really just go look at my resume on the prediction league. Man, I fuck up on these fights that don't have no footage on it. I ain't even gonna. That's the fights I be getting tore up on, bro. And all you gotta do is just go look at all of the fights. It be the fights that don't have footage on it. So I'm slumped. I'll tell you that right now. If it's a fight, I go to BoxRec, and I basically, to me, I feel like I'm taking a wild guess. If I can't find no
that's
footage
what I'm saying. I only do big fights, bro. Like, not. I'm not only saying like pay-per-view fights, but I only do like the main events, bro. Like, because looking at all these fighters is too much, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't. Champ always give us about fucking 3 fights a week that you can't find footage on one of these fighters. It's always that way. At least.
I mean, it depends. It depends where you look. I've been able to find footage on all of them.
You got better sources than I do, because I can't find them, bro. I'm like, man, who the hell is this guy? But
if it's a Russian fight, what you need to do is like go into, just go and actually type in the person's name into Google, and then get their name. And what you do is you go into the Google Translate and you translate the name into Russian. And then you start searching for the fights then in Russian, and that's how it pops up. If it's like an Asian fighter, your best bet is going onto Vimeo, because Asians tend to upload fights onto Vimeo.
Yeah, I use Vimeo.
Or something like that. It's like Vimeo.
I use Vimeo, Daily Motion, and YouTube, of course. Yeah. Those are the main three that I use.
Also, certain fights like AsianBoxing.info have on their website that aren't anywhere else, and you can get.
I didn't even know about that place.
So there's lots of the 13th round is a website which has a forum, and if you go into that and you search blah 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 versus blah blah blah, and you whittle through all the bullshit, you'll actually find footage of the fights there, and they have like them uploaded in like their own like HTML code, and so you're able to sit there and watch it there in like a tiny little screen, but you're still able to see something.
I like what Champ Ross is doing, because he's building up a good, he's building up a good portfolio of fights, because he's putting them down, as we go through the weeks. So he's starting to build up a good portfolio of fights and fighters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, by the way, that's true. Facebook is a great source to find fights going into little groups, because some people just upload them onto their own pages.
Yeah, true. That is
boxing
true
forums and stuff like that. So you can, if you search hard enough, you can find practically every fight, unless it's been taken down.
What you talking about? I still got receipts. I was always in the top 5 every week, buddy. And if you didn't listen, you got the receipts of how you quit. Oh, okay. You got the receipts of how I made you duck me. Stop ducking me, son. Don't duck me, son. I made Samuel Shaw, Boxing Monster, and a Black Horseman retire from the league. They said, I just can't beat the dude. I give up. I made them all retire, Mark. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in 3 seasons after I'm ahead of you each season, you'll probably give up.
Man, I've never quit anything. I've never quit anything in my life. I never quit. And let me tell you something, Mark. It ain't going to be no 3 seasons. And you better keep sharp and make sure you keep picking right, because I'm knocking one of you guys off of that notch. I got to be in the top 3. Damn that. One of y'all got to go. You watch.
I feel confident. I feel very this is the first week I feel truly confident in my picks. Like, really, really confident. These are fighters that I know a lot about. So I'm very confident. I'm very confident there's going to be some upsets that people aren't expecting. Not saying where, not saying who. There's only one fight that I think is really hard to call. Really hard, and that's the Zepeda versus Baranchik fight.
That is a hard fight.
I agree.
That is a hard fight. Probably the hardest fight on the card.
If I had to choose right now, I think Baranchik might stop him in the late rounds.
I think that's possible. My only question, and this is where it comes into it, is yes, Zepeda fatigues, right? But Baranchik's been out for so long, and Zepeda's gotten the ring rust off. So that's where it becomes. Baranchik's more of a workhorse and power slugger, but like I mean, at the same point, Zepeda's boxing acumen, he can make that very difficult for 5-6 rounds. And if Baranchik tires, because he does carry so much muscle on that small frame, he could end up fatiguing and not being able to take him out late just due to ring rust and not landing enough shots. So both play into it.
Hey, Samuel Shaw, we don't dress like y'all people dress in Indiana. You know what I mean? We dress with fashion.
Yo, Indiana, man, that's like the Ireland in America. Not because of the people, it's
Indiana,
just the exact same size. It's the exact same.
Don't disrespect Ireland.
No, I mean in terms of size, Ireland and Indiana are the same
size. Don't disrespect
right?
Ireland like that. The only thing Indiana
ain't nobody want to live in Indiana, man.
Ain't nobody trying to live in no damn Indiana. Indiana is Bama town.
I don't know. All I know is that they're pretty much the same size. Indiana's the closest state in size to Ireland.
Right. Ain't nobody know nothing about no Indiana. What's Indiana?
Isn't Indianapolis in the Indianapolis 500 or whatever it's called in Indiana?
Man, I don't know. Yeah, they got that there. That's what they got. NASCAR and the Pacers, and the Pacers ain't shit. They got NASCAR and the Pacers. Good stuff. More than Richmond though. We don't even have a professional team. I can't talk too much. The professional teams, we had a basketball team back in the day, but they left us because we didn't perform enough.
They left. They just left. They were like, "Fuck this." We're
F Richmond City. We do got NASCAR too, though. We got Richmond International Speedway, and they have multiple races there. So we do got that, but Richmond,
I know, but like I've never heard of that, right? But I've heard of the Indianapolis 500.
What's up, Joshua? Hold up. We both in the Midwest, but you from the Midwest. I'm from the East Coast. I moved out here, buddy. I mean, for the money. And for the money. Would Michael Hunter versus Hergovich be worth to buy? I wouldn't buy it, but it's a good fight. I would love to.
Depends on the price point for me. Like if they were like, yo, this fight's gonna be on YouTube for $5.99 or $6, I'd pay for it.
Hey, what I want to know, man, I was going to ask Mark, why hasn't BT or Sky picked up the Teofimo versus Lomachenko?
Yeah, what's up with that, Mark?
Not enough money. There's not enough money. There's not enough money. Honest to God, there's not enough money. There's a reason these guys are in like really small hall-ish stuff and putting on fights in their back garden, mate. There's a reason. There's not enough money. Bob Arum's looking for the standard licensing fee. They can't afford the standard licensing fee. They can't afford to pay $5 million for that fight. Nobody's going to watch it that night. They're not going to be watching it at like 4 or 5 o'clock.
That's some bullshit. So y'all going to have to watch it through Fight or stream, or y'all not going to have it at all?
I haven't heard that Fight TV have picked it up yet, so I think it's going to be I think a lot of people over here are going to have to watch it via illegal stream. If Fight TV pick it up, I'll be watching it. If it's on the top rank, if it's on top rank on Fight TV, I'll be watching it because I'm subscribed. I'll be watching it.
Oh, my bad, Mark. Go ahead.
Omaha.
Nah, just like I'll be watching Zepeda Baranchik via that subscription.
That's how you know Jake Cooley a real boxing fan. Because I was looking on Google Trends, right? And then I was comparing Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. Like, you know, I already knew Spence was trending way more because he's one of the most trending boxers in boxing right now. But Terence Crawford mashed him out in 4 states. Mashed him out. And Omaha was one of them. So he's from Omaha, but he's still a Spence fan.
Wait, I thought Omaha was a city in Nebraska. I thought Nebraska was the state.
In the Midwest. I just said, well, yeah, you're right. The state. But I'm just saying, like, it was 4 states. 4 states.
And what I was going to say, bro, this is where the Zone International should come in. They should be picking up these fights if they want to grow, man. But these pieces of shit, man, they don't know shit about boxing, bro. The Zone. They're fucking over Canelo's career, man. He should just leave them, bro.
Look, I'll say this. If the Zone really wanted to break in internationally and like get some fights like in Ireland and the UK or whatever, if I were them right now, I'd launch in the next 2 weeks fully And I'd pick up that Teofimo Lopez-Lomachenko fight in the UK and in Ireland because people will watch. Because people are interested in that shit. That fight's crossing over. It's huge.
My daughter got
harder,
me
man.
Mike's harder.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, D, that makes you
Hey,
look
Mom.
very moist, bro, drinking that, bro.
Did you have to say the word moist, Hefe?
You know, hey, I looked up, look, check this out. I'll tell y'all something about the word moist, right? Do y'all know that the word moist, it asks thousands and thousands of people, is the most offensive word in the English language?
Not offensive, disgusting.
Yeah. Well, yeah, disgusting. It's the most disgusting word in the English language, moist.
It's a great word.
What does it mean in England, bro? Hold on, bro. Does it mean something else?
No, it just means what it means, but people don't like to hear moist. They don't like that. I mean, to me, it was funny when I read the article, like, damn, really? What's up, Raider?
What's up, my boy? How's it going?
You know, just kicking it, man. We just kicking it. I was really about to end it 30 minutes ago. Then we start having interesting discussions. And Samuel Stars start cracking jokes. D is a fan of Washington New Hats. Man, what the hell is the matter with you? My head is little, dog, but these are official big hats. Look at it.
D Jefferson got a peanut.
A female hat. What are you
Wait,
talking
brother,
about?
again. Hold on, bro.
Ain't no damn female hat. Big hats. I got big hats. Big hats. I just got a little head. That's all. Little head, so the hats. I can't be buying no size 8.5 hats. And hat. I don't have no head like that. I'm 7 and 6.5. Little hats.
Hey, D,
All
any updates on the Canelo the Zone shit going on or what?
Face drop, but what is he gonna fight? Yildirim, his sparring partner?
Nah. I mean, I don't want to see that, but I'm just saying, any updates?
There's
on
no
what's going
case.
on?
Yeah, they dropped the case, bro.
Last thing I seen is no case. Case they had a
They've
deadline.
been having meetings, from what I heard on Twitter.
Trying to reconcile right now. The court case is finito.
Oh yeah, I saw they dropped the case, but that was because of something else. That was because of
Because they missed the deadline.
no, it wasn't. That's because of citizenship. They didn't put where the zone where they operate from on the
What a
on the
shitty lawyer.
fucking what is it called on the
Clear it
complaint.
up for us, Mark. What you know about it?
I don't know nothing about him, man. I can tell you, man. I'm as much in the dark as everybody else, man. Nobody knows. They've given like 42 different things that have gone on in this shit. I don't even know.
Yeah, I
wonder if Canelo even has a fucking a contract with his own.
They got a contract, but listen, Canelo's in a bad way right now. And, you know, Oscar, he's in a bad way right now. That's all I can say, man. It's kind of screwed up because I blame the zone and Golden Boy.
Hold on.
Hey.
Steve Kim, 2 minutes ago. So Canelo has refoiled his suit versus the zone and Golden Boy. There you go.
Yeah, that's because it didn't. I guess the first time wasn't. It was dismissed because they didn't put the citizenship of the zone and who they're suing, like where their headquarters are at. That's why it got dismissed. They didn't file the proper complaint. What I'm saying.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. That's like pouring salt on a wound. The Golden Boys, man, they going downhill.
But see, the thing is that I was reading the complaint and it said that the zone pays Golden Boy and Golden Boy pays Canelo. So the zone pays Golden Boy, I think, like 40 million, and then the Golden Boy pays Canelo 35. So I mean, how? So can Canelo even sue the zone? They don't even have a contract, I guess.
I literally don't know, but what I will say is I think Reda, you're onto something about the whole like location thing, because this is what Dan Raphael said. The suit was initially dismissed because of a technicality, so I'm assuming that's the technicality, the location thing, because that would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, this is the thing too, Raider. And it may work that way because that's how it works a lot of times. They pay the promotional company, whatever, and then they pay the fighter. But my thing is this: the zone, and I correct me if I'm wrong, Mark, but they have to approve certain fights. I guess they're not forking over that 40 million. And here's my idea on it: if they're not going to approve this fight, if they're not going to approve that fight, they sign them to a contract, so they restrict them from fighting from somebody else. If you any business that you enter, any business I've ever entered, and I had 3 of them, you take a risk. There's associated risk with the business. But if you enter that business, then you take that risk. So it's not Canelo's fault that the Zone or Oscar or whoever the hell else can't find him a fight that satisfies this amount of money. You put $350 million on the table, bro. If you got to take a loss, that's business. And they're not approving this fight, not approving that fight. So what is he supposed to do? Because you signed him, and you're not going to allow him to go fight here or go fight there because he's under contract with you. Well, give him a fight. I don't care if it's Golden Boy. I don't care if it's DAZN. Give him a fight. You can't keep disapproving the fights. They're presenting fights. They're presenting fights, and they keep disapproving them.
I'd look. I'm all down for Billy Joe Saunders, Callum Smith versus Canelo. I'm all down for that, man. I'd love to see Canelo whoop up on them. I'd love to see him beat the shit out of both of them.
I mean, yeah.
I think he beats the shit out of both of them. Billy Joe's fucking garbage now. He was good when he was on the nasal drip, but he's garbage now and he's fat. I mean, I don't mind watching him beat the shit out of him, and I'd love to see Callum Smith and his 6'4" skeleton ass get knocked out and sent up to his prime weight division at cruiserweight.
Mark, you have some type of disdain for Callum Smith?
I don't like either of them, to be honest. Billy Joe or Callum.
Uncle Pete, what's up with you, dog?
Can y'all even hear me or what?
Well, yeah, well, if you get a little closer to the mic, stop messing with that girl.
All right, I already paid. All right, let me come back. Let me get my mic straightened up.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I just don't want to see Yildirim. Like, come on, man. Andre, Mark, just saying he ain't fighting Canelo with no fans. Andre.
Good for Andre.
Good for Andre. He don't demand fans, fam.
I no, good for him. He can keep whittling away his career. I don't care. He can do whatever he wants and lose up on his career and fuck up his legacy as much as he likes to. Or he can take the best fights that he can get. I mean, who knows how Canelo will fight without being able to feed off of the fans' energy? You don't know that, Demetrius. You're a negative guy. When things aren't going the way and you're fighting in there negatively and things aren't going Canelo's way and he can't build off of the fans, who knows? You could outpoint him. I wouldn't say you can, but who knows? We don't know. That's a factor in these fights. That it has been a factor in these fights, no crowds. It has been a factor. So, and Canelo feeds off of the fans really well. Really well.
I got a question for you guys. Who do you guys want to see the Charlos face next? Like your preferred fight, both Charlos.
Okay. Will I go first?
All right, go, Mark.
So I can have any fight for each Charlo next?
Any fight that's possible, that's doable.
That's doable. I think all fights are doable, but I would like to see Jermell in his next fight the winner of Teixeira versus Castaño, and we can get the 154 undisputed out of the way. And at 160, I would love to see Jamal. I'd love to see Jamal fight Gennady.
Yep.
So I would like to see. I'm with Mark 100% on Teixeira Castaño, the winner of those fights. Or if that can't happen, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Erislandy Lara. But I would prefer Castaño, the winner of Castaño and Teixeira. Then with Jamal, I equally want to see him fight DDG or Andre. Equally. And the reason I say that is because I want Andre beat up. I want to see him beat up.
You have some type of disdain towards Demetrius Andrade or something?
I would equally, because bro, listen. You cannot. It's the disdain, the same type of disdain that I have for Tank Davis. You cannot run around and keep talking about this, that, and the third, and you're not doing anything. So Gary Russell, same thing. You're running your mouth, but you're not doing anything. So I want to see guys like that get beat up and get out of the way, so we don't have to hear all this shit that he anymore.
Jason Gavran's beaten more world champions than Demetrius Andrade.
Man, that dude resume is
Yeah, but think about Jason Gavran. Jason Gavran's beaten more world champions. Do you know who Jason Gavran is, D?
No. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know much about him.
He's an absolute bum. He was one of Wilder's bum
he beat?
fights.
You know any of the champions he beat up?
That Jason Gavran beat? He beat a shot James Toney, but at least he beat a champion.
That's a shame, bro. Like it's like Demetrius Andre. This is why I was giving Demetrius Andre and Jamal Charlo the same heat before the Derevyanchenko fight, because you guys did not work hard to get your belts. Demetrius Andre fought a low-level fighter in a vacant title fight, and Jamal Charlo got an email like Evan Haney. So you guys, and then y'all wasn't defending well. But Jamal Charlo just put all that to the side. Demetrius Andre still at that same point.
I'll give him credit for the win over Selecki, because Selecki gave Jacobs a very good fight, and he really schooled Selecki.
How many belts has Selecki owned?
None.
So he'll get minimum credit.
But nobody that Jamal's fought has held the belt at 160.
Well, the Reverend Chico Selecki is a much bigger win. And it's a valid win. I don't look at Selecki. Okay, you give him credit, I'll give him minimal credit. That's a decent title fight. Jamal just had a great title fight, and the guy gave him trouble. That was a great title defense. Not fight.
Yeah, I
decent title defense.
Fucking Jamal Charlo finally, to me, proved himself. You know what I mean? The bigger brother. I think Mel was already proven, but he showed that he's probably the best at 154 now. You know what I mean? He's out of everybody, and now Jamal is in the place that Jermel was before the fight. You know, like a proven, but not the best yet at 160.
By the way, D.
Yeah.
D. Let's say Castaño beats Teixeira. Let's just say, because I think we'd agree.
I think he will.
Yeah. So let's say it's Charlo versus him. Do you know what undercard they should have on that shit? I'll get you right now. Watch this shit. J-Rock versus Tony Harrison. And Jason Rosario versus Jarrah Hort.
Rematch, yeah. I mean, not rematch, but yeah, both opponents are.
No, think of how all of those fights go. Think of the styles, the way they work out. Jarrah Hort come forward to try and brawl with you. Jason Rosario come forward to try and brawl with you. Tony Harrison and J-Rock counter punchers. Both of them questionable chins. Both of them hit decently well.
I was thinking of the same thing, but Harrison and Charlo, and then Demetrius versus the other Charlo, kind of same kind of styles, you know, like that little crafty kind of style.
I think Jarrett Hurd beats Jason Rosario.
Maybe, but it's got to be a war while it lasts.
It will, but I think Jarrett Hurd beats Jason Rosario, because Jarrett Hurd, and which is why I don't understand why he didn't take the well, I know he had coach trainer issues and stuff, but I didn't like the fact he didn't take the J-Rock rematch, right? Because Jarrett Hurd had to make adjustments fighting J-Rock, but I think he could have made adjustments and beaten J-Rock. I think he could have. I think he could have made some adjustments and beaten J-Rock. The thing with Jason Rosario, and which Jamel proved it, and I kept saying this before the fight, he gets inside and he gets a little sloppy. Jarrett Hurd inside that swift uppercut, he'll put Jason Rosario down. He'll put him down. I'm not saying he'll knock him out, but he'll put him down with that uppercut inside, because he times that thing well. And Rosario, his hands are always out on a hiatus when he comes in and throws that left hook. His other hand is on AWOL. It's nowhere near his chin. Nowhere. Like Jarrett Hurd will get him. Jared Hurts got a chin on him. Like this dude, you know, he's used to using his face to block punches, so you gonna have to give him a whole lot of shots.
I don't know. I want to see Lara and fucking Charlo fight. That's what I want to see. I think Lara's a more like disciplined version of Harrison. You know what I mean?
He is, but he's too old, bro.
His legs are slowing down. His legs have slowed down.
Old for Charlo. Charlo put.
I love Lara though. I'll tell you a fight I'd love to see Lara in, and most people would disagree with me because they may not know this guy too well. But Sergio Garcia out of Spain versus Lara would be a very good fight.
I agree with that. I agree
because
with that.
one, it would either welcome Sergio into the division or he's just not good enough. One or the other.
I can't disagree with that, bro. I like that fight.
Another fight I'd like to see is probably Tim Zhu versus Lara.
Oh, Tim Zhu. Somebody, I can't remember who it is, but somebody told me Tim Zhu. Stop. El Charlo. I almost broke my damn glass laughing at that, bro. Like,
well, he beat the great Jeff Horn. He beat the great shot Jeff Horn, who was getting tagged up by Michael Zarafa, the stripper.
Oh, wow. I mean, Jeff Horn, what a huge win. A C-level boxer. Jeff
Horn in a division that's not his prime weight division, shot to pieces after war after war after war.
Right, bro. Jeff Horn, he got pummeled by Terence Crawford. Are you kidding me? That dude can't box a lick. He can't box a gift. Uncle Pete back. What's up, Pete?
You got me now?
Yeah. You good. You good.
I hate it when I'm late, man.
Oh,
you guys have been live for 2.5 hours?
2.5 hours. YouTube, look, man, I'm being punished by YouTube. They giving me a spanking like a 5-year-old kid because I talked about something on a live that I shouldn't have talked about. So I'm being punished. So I don't know when the I'm dead serious. I don't know when the punishment is gonna end. I deleted the live, so it's gotten a little better. But you know, it is what it is. Thanks for coming through, Mark. That's why I always say, guys, and I don't usually ask, but I've been starting to ask more often because they're not really sending my notifications out. Hit the like and share if you guys got other social media pages. I always post them like these lives and stuff, Pete, on my other social media pages because I'm live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You know what I mean? I got followers and shit, so I gotta put out my own notifications, and then people will come in. But YouTube is just
up, man.
Yeah. You can't. I mean, it was a real topic. It was a real issue that's going on in the world today. It was my Sunday. I kind of slowed down on the power of the mind because I have these ideas about things to talk about, but they get me in trouble, man. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to grow the damn channel, so I'm trying to kind of stay out of trouble for a minute. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. What up, one flyboy dragon leg in the building? So Pete, I'm glad you jumped in. Did you hear about the IBF mandating Spence fights the winner of Kujatito Abdul-Kakarov and Sergey Lipinets?
Wait, what? The IBF mandated who now?
Errol Spence, after his fight with Danny Garcia, he has up to 90 days to fight the winner of Kujatito Abdul-Kakarov and Sergey Lipinets. Another obstacle between a fight that most of us, the consensus is, I'm done with that fight, Crawford. That's why the title is like, you know, is this 2020 May-Pac like a fight that they're going to be 38 and 37 when we get the fight between probably at 154, and both of them got a gut by that way I see this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Got a gut now. Spence said he was 200, damn near 190 something pounds.
Yeah, but that's old. He's been hovering around 160 or less now. Ever since he's had an epiphany since he nearly killed himself. But he has been chiseled up, bro. Like he's not all that 180 and all of that stuff. He hasn't been up there. He's been down like 165. Like this whole time he's been in the gym and all of that. But he still, according to Derek James, he still hasn't sparred yet. And I'm not sure how much of that is mental warfare or how much of that is true. I don't know. But if he hadn't sparred yet, that's not a good sign, fam. That's not a good sign.
I mean, a lot of question marks.
Yeah. But did Garcia fight? B-Space, what's good with you? Rodolfo, what's up? Carlos Mendoza, 2 minutes left till the first debate. Man, damn that debate. I'm after this live, after I shut this live down, I'm going on somebody else's live and run my mouth. Punch Drunk, BDA, or something like that. I had to give two shits about that debate.
Oh, yo, D, I gotta go, man. I'll catch you on the next one, my boy.
All right, appreciate you, Raider. What was I getting ready to say, Pete? Damn, I was getting ready to say something about I don't know, man. I'm just sick and tired of the 147 division at this point, Pete. That's all I can say, dog. I'm just tired of it. You know, I'm sick of it. Crawford and his fans claiming he the boogeyman, but for every other reason, he can't get a fight. Spence ducking all around the pond like it's duck hunt. You know Manny Pacquiao talking about freaking McGregor holding on to a belt.
All right, take the gun out of your mouth for a second. Relax. Hang on a second. Let Uncle Petey tell you. Let Uncle Petey calm you down, all right? I'm just kidding. Man, you know what, G? Here's the thing, man. I'm gonna tell you why you get frustrated, especially, is because you're into other sports too, just as much as you are into boxing.
Facts.
I mean, I don't know if you can put a fucking, an order to it or whatever, but I know damn well you're into other sports as much or more than boxing.
Basketball, football, boxing, MMA, and tennis. My top sports.
Hang on a second, man. Can you hear that?
What? Something in the background?
Yeah.
Sound like a rattlesnake.
My phone's a piece of shit. No, the thing is, and see, the problem is this. It's like if the AFC and the NFC were different promoters. They're a different league. They're completely different organizations, and they never had. So you would never know. You would never know all these Super Bowl matchups you see. All you ever have is an NFC champion and an AFC champion, and you really never have a Super Bowl. If you could imagine that. After the playoffs, that's it. Everybody you got an AFC champion, but there's no Super Bowl. Well, then you'd be going at it forever about who's better and who's ducking and this and that. They won't play.
Yeah.
Because there's a mandated schedule with football, just for instance. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be a bracket. There's going to be a semifinal. There's going to be a final. You know what I mean? There's going to be a wild card. Then there's going to be there's going to be 2 weeks of playoffs, and then there's going to be a Super Bowl, and that's it. That's all there is to it. And then next year's a new one. You don't give a shit about last year.
But I like MMA. I like MMA and tennis, individual sports.
MMA is different. MMA is only on MMA is like the NFL. It's under one roof. So you're gonna fight. You're gonna have everybody fight everybody.
That's what I always tell people. We can't get that element at UFC that we have.
We had
in boxing. You can't get that element. Bellator, Rec, none of that. You can't get that element. Strike Force, no, you can't get that element because all of those organizations is one man. Every one of them. Bellator, UFC, Rec, One, and Strike Force. It's all one man. It controls the show.
I mean, basically it's UFC. I don't know. There's these other ones or whatever, but like it's basically UFC. And so we had that back in the day in the 90s and the 2000s, but we fucked that up. So
Bellator is close, and Strike Force is more kickboxing. So you know what I mean. But
okay, but you remember back when it used to be Pride and shit, Pride and like fucking.
Pride's still around. They just kind of.
I know it's still around, but come on now. You know what I'm saying, right? Like
Tough Man. Remember Tough Man, Pete?
Yeah, but I'm saying when Pride was an actual discussion, when these guys were fighting over in Pride.
Tough Man.
And you wish they'd come over to UFC, and there's negotiations, and we got fucking what's his name, the Brazilian guy with the cauliflower ears.
Silva. Not Silva.
Vanderlei, yeah, we got Vanderlei, we got Rampage.
Yeah,
Rampage now.
Silva too. I know you.
Rampage is with us now. You know what I'm saying? Once they basically put it all under one roof, I know they're still around, but
Yeah, I was look.
When Don King was around, there used to be other promoters too. You know what I'm saying? But like whatever, they're little fucking
You remember
sideshows.
Tough Man? And
Yeah, of course.
I was gonna fight in the Tough Man.
Oh no.
I was. And in Virginia, they came through Virginia. Bro, all I used to do was fight. I was gonna fight in Tough Man and I got locked up. I was definitely gonna fight in it.
Barstool does something kind of like Tough Man, but it's hilarious. It's fucking funny.
Yeah. Because they had, I was going to fight the 155-pound, 154, whatever they had. I was going to fight them. So I was like 170 or something back then. And all I used to do was fight in the streets. And it wasn't like in the Tough Man competition, it wasn't like all of these super skilled fighters. It was just brawlers. So I was like,
yeah, hooking off.
Can't beat me up.
And they're just hooking off.
Yeah, bro, I was going to fight in it because I got more street fights than most of these boxers in boxing today. I can definitely attest to that. I was definitely going to fight in that. My uncle fought in the Tough Man. Ass too.
I remember Tough Man when they had the red and the blue. They had the headgear.
Yeah, man. I was going to fight in that thing there, boy. I used to love to fight. Like, it was a game to me. You know what I mean? I used to love to fight. And, they had you protected in Tough Man, More like you were somewhat protected, which I didn't really care about the protection because when we was in the streets, it wasn't no damn headgear. You know what I mean? It was what it is. But Tough Man was like, it was a fun event for me. And then you could win $5,000. If you win, you could win 5,000. So I was like, hell, I'll fight for 5,000. I'll fight for free. And then I got locked up before the competition and ended up, not being able to do it, but whatever. So Punch Drunk says, what do you feel about Mark Cuban helping Delonte West? I think that's excellent, bro. And Mark Cuban's always been that kind of guy. With players, with organizations around Florida. He's always been that guy. He's a really big philanthropist, Mark Cuban is. So the fact that he stepped in and hopefully he's got him into a rehab and getting him some real drug, because clearly, like when you seen the police slam Delonte West and you seen the whole scene, he's bad. He's he's on drugs, man.
He's out of the league, right?
Oh yeah. He's been out of the league, but he's on drugs. He's bad off on drugs. So I think that Mark Cuban's a stand-up guy for that, bro. You know what I mean? You can appreciate that, man.
Gotta have
Hey, Cooley said the mega fight about to come on. He's talking about Donald Trump and Joe Biden. That's the mega fight. That's probably the biggest fight of the year, ain't it, Jay Cooley? One Flyboy said Crawford doesn't need Spence anymore. If he could go up to 154, do you think Charlo and Bud is a mega? No. And let me tell you something. Listen, guys, I know Bud can. This is what we got to think about Crawford going up to 154. And I don't really like the implications of people talking about Crawford going up or having to go up to 154. Crawford's already been up. Look where he started from. He already jumped up weight classes. Going up to 154 to me is dangerous because Crawford is.
He's not moving up.
He's got too much dog in him for 154. That can cost you at 154.
But he makes 47 pretty easy though.
He does, and I'm not saying he can't fight at 164, but bro, as you move up, you're not as dominant as you was when you were at lower class. I mean, we see it with Lomachenko. We even see it with Crawford. So now you're talking about him moving that's another 7 pounds, bro. Everybody keeps thinking about Crawford and what he did at 140. That's 14 pounds from 140. 14 pounds of cut weight, which could literally be 35, 40-pound difference in guys he fighting. On 135 is like me fighting a guy 175, bro. No fucking way, dog. Somebody 155 fighting a guy 195. I think it's asking too much of Crawford. These idiots at 147 need to get in the ring with him.
Why would he
We know demand for Crawford to go up.
Why would he move up to 54 though?
Because ain't nobody fighting him at 147.
All right, well, you better figure out who Top Rank's got at 54 before you have this guy moving up, because they ain't got nobody at 54 neither, really. I mean,
True that. Touche. Good point. And there's guys coming up. This card, you guys, he can fight you guys. He can still do stuff at 147. I don't think Crawford should go to 154 anyway. It's too dangerous for him, and he's already accomplished. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a walking Hall of Famer. Once he retires, he'll go to the Hall of Fame. He has something that's going to put him in the Hall of Fame anyway, 4-belt undisputed. So he's a walking Hall of Famer. I see no reason for him to go risk anything. Just keep beating up guys until somebody step up at 147 and retire and dance off into the sun. That's what I see. Maybe do a crossover fight for $60 million and go enjoy that big wife of yours, because he like the big blocks. They eat a lot of cornbread in Nebraska. IBT in the building. What's good with you? He said Trump gonna smoke Biden right now. Round 1. Yeah. All right, man. I'm getting ready to shut this down, Uncle Pete. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all coming.
Are you going on tomorrow?
Yeah. I was on twice today, but I'm definitely going on tomorrow. I went to the doctor today, man, because I gotta have this procedure done, and they put it off to the 20th of October, which I want to get it done and over with, but it is what it is. So
Where you blew your fucking vocal cords out? Your neighbors probably hate your ass, right? Your neighbors probably. Yo, one day there's gonna be a boxing expert, and they're gonna be like, "Dude, how do you know so much about fucking boxing?" Because honestly, I grew up hating boxing, but when I was a little kid, this guy D moved in next door, and man, I mean, I would lay in my bed at night trying to get to sleep for school. I fucking flunked out of school because I could never stay awake in school.
You know what's funny, Pete?
This guy was screaming next door.
He moved out, dog. Maybe I made him move out.
Because the kid was too into boxing. It's all he knew was sports. Fucking guy was a sports freak.
This dude won't shut up. He always
We don't have no
about
ESPN.
LeBron James or Anthony Joshua.
We took his cell phone away. We cut off ESPN. This motherfucker knows everything about sports. How the fuck does he know all this shit? Because his neighbor's screaming in the fucking mic on it. That's all right.
Oh, shit. I'm going to close it out with that one. Appreciate
See you tomorrow.
Pete. And y'all know I always in this thing. For the love of sport, talk about it.